Let's get into Honkai Monday. The sooner we beat the wardance, the sooner we get to Amphorius, and bro...
This is the report Qingzu just sent me.
I need to get there! I need to be able to see all of Phaenon's, like, marketing without being scared of spoilers.
Huh. Looks like the general has given me a tough challenge.
I have, like,
he wants me to try
general
and
ideas.
Put the IPC's mind
Because there's
at
some
ease.
things that you see that you're like, okay. But also as a Honkai Impact player, I'm like, I am not surprised that this arc is going to have death. And I'm very excited for it. Yippee! I'm excited, but I don't know if my heart's gonna feel the same.
Well, it's not exactly a test. As Cloud Knight officers, we not only learn the art of war and martial arts, but also occasionally have to handle diplomatic disputes.
I'm so excited.
It's just, you know, talking things out isn't as straightforward as duking it out with
I'm not
weapons on the
pulling
battlefield.
Phaenon
This is especially
until
true
next
when you're
Monday.
up against the IPC with their non-stop corporate babble.
So every fucking day from Wednesday, I'm going to be logging in, seeing him on banner, and I'm gonna be like, don't pull, save it for stream. But if I save my pulls for Monday, I'll have a few more. Hopefully I'll have another like 10 pull maybe.
Well, let's not worry about that for now. Shall I take you to the inn?
Yes, please. Let's go. After watching Yongxing and the others leave,
It is the Lawfu's honor to have you in attendance at the war dance.
I saw a piece of fan art of Jingyuan, and I was like, hi. I think I can show it. It didn't have pee-pee in it. The paid-for version has pee-pee. And I was like, ah! Wait, did I not like it? Where is it? Oh my god, where is it? Keep talking.
Yet, the fact that a simple martial arts ceremony has attracted esteemed generals from the Zhu Ming and the Yao Qing implies intentions beyond mere spectating. Might there be any specific instructions from the marshal?
Wow. Wow.
You're overthinking it, Genuine. As I said, I'm here to broaden my granddaughter's horizons. I have no.
I was just
ulterior
scrolling Twitter, and then it's just like, whoop, he just shows up on my screen, and I'm like, oh, hi, wow, I like you.
However, I have no clue what the Yaoqing Arbiter General has in mind. Do you remember when you accepted this position? I told you that an Arbiter
I never
General's
thirsted for
battlefield
Jingyuan either.
goes
That was the
beyond
funny part. I was like,
physical.
hello.
You'll need to lead and manage everything on the Xianzhou.
I'd like
Title of Arbiter
you
General holds a weight
on
far
me.
greater than its So many years have passed, and you've done well. However, longevity for the Xianzhou people can be a curse. Living too long means that every mistake you made will lurk in the shadows. And one day, they'll eventually catch up to you. The Marshal knows everything that has happened on the Lawfu. As for the Merlin's Claw of the Yaoqing, she has come specifically for you. Speaking of which, why hasn't she arrived yet? They say the Merlin's Claw strikes like lightning. Being late isn't her style.
That's not true, General Huayan.
What?
She's been here a while, but I'm sure you've heard of her unbridled nature.
Who are you? Is this?
As soon as she disembarked from the star skiff,
Oh.
she mentioned having something to attend to and simply disappeared.
Guys, it's the guy from the Acheron memes. It's the guy from the Acheron memes.
You must be the messengers from the Xianzhou Yao Qing, I assume.
We are Jiaoqiu and Moza, retainers of the Merlin's Claw.
Moza.
It's an honor to meet you in person, Arbiter Generals.
Now
I
this
like
is
Moza.
interesting.
I have him
Guest
actually.
who doesn't come to
He's
visit
cool.
but sends a message instead.
Wow.
What does she mean? Tell me, what could be more important to her than coming here?
Master heard about a spectacular view in Scale Gold.
He opened his eyes! Oh
I believe she
god!
went there to enjoy it.
Ew!
A spectacular view? Ha! Did you hear that, Jingyuan? This person is being sarcastic.
Please do not misunderstand me, General Huaiyan. I was simply stating the truth.
No, he's actually
Master
cute.
thought it would be inappropriate to keep
I
you
like
waiting,
his eyes.
so she sent us here.
I'm actually a bit sad that he does like the smile eyes a lot. And then, wow, you're tall. Wow.
Once she's finished with admiring the scenery, she'll personally come and apologize to the both of you.
Yeah, so anyway, in the meantime, outside the Palace of Astrum. No!
Drat. I forgot to ask Yun Li to return my sword.
I don't think you'll ever get your sword back.
Unacceptable. Every sword is precious to me. If it weren't for the General's interference, I would have taught that shameless girl a lesson in swordplay. By the way, I don't know if it's just me, but the General seemed a little reserved. Could it be because of Elder Huaiyan's visit?
Reserved? Really?
Maybe I'm just overthinking things.
No, you're not. When I entered the Palace of Astrum, I realized that the messenger from the Xianzhou Zhu Ming was actually the Arbiter General himself. So, the messenger from the Xianzhou Yao Qing must be the Merlin's Claw herself, I presume.
That's right.
Well, that's what makes this entire thing so unusual.
What's so unusual about it? They simply received an invitation from Jingyuan, just like the crew, right?
The war dance is just a small festival. And now we have 2 Arbiter Generals from other Xianzhou ships here. I'm afraid they're here for something more. Maybe they've come to hold Jingyuan accountable for the Ambrosial Arbor crisis?
No.
Hold him accountable? Come on, didn't the Luofu fall victim to the disciples of Sanctus Medicus and the Antimatter Legion? Why would they blame the victim?
Don Shu's rebellion and Ventilia's scheming are merely one side of the story to the other Arbiter Generals of the Alliance. Only a single piece of incontrovertible evidence remains, creating an endless source of potential complications.
The Ambrosial Arbor.
Yes. It's undeniable that the plague mark, which was subdued by the Xianzhou Luofu, has resurfaced. But was it really a conspiracy instigated by the Antimatter Legion? Or does it indicate a traitorous intent from within the Luofu, implicating Jingyuan himself?
Jingyuan would
Once the
never,
spark of
bro.
suspicion is
He's
kindled,
chill.
It proves hard to extinguish.
No. He's chill. He's cool. He's cool. We can vouch for Jingyuan, though.
The General must have had that in mind when he invited us to attend the war dance.
Hell yeah.
What was I thinking? Seriously, here I was looking forward to a carefree and enjoyable trip. But it seems wherever we go, drama is just around the corner.
Aw, I was so excited. I thought those Arbiter Generals were just here to see the ceremony. By the way, I heard that an alchemist from the Zhuming diplomatic ship has arrived, and rumors say that she's to be the new Cauldron Master of the Alchemy Commission on the Luofu.
An alchemist from the Zhu Ming serving as the Cauldron Master on the Luofu? While it's not unheard of, the timing itself...
Thanks to your words, Mr. Dan Heng. Now I finally see the underlying tensions. The General is under tremendous pressure right now, but I was completely oblivious to his troubles. How naive of me.
You're an idiot. It's fine. I don't like you.
Come on, don't think like that. Leave the adult matters to the adults. Even if you wanted to do something for the General, it's not like you can do anything.
You're fucking useless anyway.
Did I say something wrong? Again?
Nah, not at all. You're a real master of conversation.
Miss March is right. I don't have the skills to share the General's burdens at the moment. Still, I'll do my best to follow his instructions.
You're stupid.
Let's go. Once I've taken you to your accommodations, I need to go to the Artisanship Commission to handle the IPC's protest.
He looks like he has a lot on his mind. We can't just let him go alone. Why don't we accompany you to the Artisanship Commission?
Shut up.
This is too much trouble. While I appreciate your kindness, dealing with the IPC's workers could be tricky. I'm afraid this will cause trouble for the Express.
No worries. We're pretty experienced in dealing with the IPC. You've heard of the 10 Stone Hearts? We've dealt with quite a few of them, right?
Brag all you want, but don't drag me into this.
Hey, who's bragging? Anyway, this time it'll just be a few ordinary IPC workers. Surely you don't think they'll be even trickier than Aventurine, do you?
Well, since you're willing to help, I won't decline your kindness. Let's head to the Artisanship Commission and meet them.
Okay, fine. Fine. It's down here, right? Oh no, it's all the way over there, my bad. Yoink. Teleportation activated.
Can I really reason with you Xianzhou people? I think I get it now. In your words, this is called looting a burning house, right?
But I am trying to reason with you here.
That toxic voice sounds familiar. Haven't I heard it before in Alley?
You're right!
You know what? This isn't my first time dealing with.
Wait, you're right!
I can handle your unreasonable ways.
That's
Wait,
crazy!
IPC cargo? Isn't that going a bit too far?
Just as I've said it many times already. Once we've inspected the cargo and completed the security check, you can be on your way. Is there something wrong with your ears, or is it just your brain?
I'm hearing you loud and clear. I'm thinking clear. And my answer is crystal clear. Not a chance. Keep detaining my cargo and I'll file a complaint directly with your general.
Bro, shut the fuck up. What are you doing? Yes! Yes! Woo! Did I just hear a dog barking?
You jerk. Who are you calling a dog? Wait. Why are you here?
Sup, bitch?
Staying on the Xianzhou, are you? What terrible luck. Wherever you go, disasters aren't far behind.
That was, bro, I skipped everything in that event. Except I managed to catch the dialogue where it's like, well, you gotta bark like a dog, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, okay, well, if we win, you have to bark like a dog. And obviously you win. And I was, bro, it was so good. It was so... No, I was like, okay, you know what?
Aren't you the guest from the Astral Express?
Yeah,
What
what's
brings
up?
you and Yanqing to the Artisanship Commission?
I'm here to help Yangxing sort out the trouble caused by the IPC.
Trouble caused by the IPC? I'd say it's caused by the Skyfaring
Shut the
Commission.
fuck
Looks like
up!
you've met this IPC worker before.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's a good or a bad thing. I was sent here
he's
to
annoying.
deal with the IPC protest, Miss Shikue. What's going on here?
As you know, this IPC transport ship was attacked by the Borisin and rescued by the Juming's diplomatic ship. Then the Cloud Knights were instructed to bring it back to the dock for repairs and inspections. And this is Mr. Scott, the person in charge of this transport ship.
So, you're Scott. I've heard her mention you. Weren't you kicked off the Lafu before? Why did you come back?
I do want to say, though, their armor is really cool, and I like their little tie. It's kind of cute.
Like I wanted to come back. I thought I'd just dock at the harbor for repairs and leave this forsaken place for good. Little did I know, as soon as the ship entered the harbor, a bunch of Cloud Knights showed up and snatched all our cargo from the hold.
What do you mean by snatched? I've told you 1,000,000 times. It's a security check.
Then why did you bring the cargo to the Artisanship Commission? You even brought in some shady craftsmen. It's obvious you're trying to steal the IPC's patented technology.
Shut
Listen
up,
here.
bro.
Firstly, the Skyfaring Commission detected dangerous items that could possibly be weapons in your cargo hold. That's why they called me here, to double check. Secondly, where the heck did you get the idea that I'm a shady craftsman?
Even if there are dangerous items, what do they have to do with you? It's not even being shipped to the Lawfu. We'll just fix the ship and be on our way. We won't unload our cargo here.
But you'll have to stay in the port for several days before your ship is repaired and you can take off again. How can we just leave unchecked items sitting here?
I understand, but we don't need to disassemble the cargo if it's just a security check, right?
In most cases, we don't. However, our scans discovered that the cargo doesn't only contain machinery, but also some substance that resembles biological tissue.
Huh?
Biological tissue? Does this crate contain living things?
What
I'm
the
afraid
fuck
we'll
are
need to
you
wait for
doing?
the Alchemy Commission for further confirmation. In any case, according to our regulations, we need to unseal one of the crates for further examination. But this IPC specialist has been hindering us on the grounds of patent secrecy.
The Alliance's regulations on biological products are very strict. Without further inspection, there is no way for the Skyfaring Commission to release the cargo.
Oh, really? Fine. If anyone lays a finger on that shipment, they'll have me to deal with. It doesn't matter if it's mechanical or
how
biological.
scary.
It's none of your business. I'm filing a complaint against the Skyfaring Commission's ridiculous regulation.
This Mr. Scott seems stubborn and difficult to persuade. Honestly, I really don't want to have a vicious confrontation with the IPC.
Well, I know a thing or two about convincing Scott.
I heard how you helped Aramali. The IPC representative back then was Mr. Scott, right? Since you've dealt with him before, it looks like I'll have to rely on you again.
What are you guys whispering about over there? Just hurry up and give us back our cargo.
You really want to talk with me like this, bitch? I'm fucking... What is this? At the end of the negotiation, if your morale is higher than or equal to your opponent's, it is considered successful. During the negotiation process, if either party's morale drops to 0, it immediately ends. Choices will lead to different outcomes, which can either increase or decrease your morale as you make choices the negotiation progress until the number of negotiation rounds drops to 0, at which point negotiation ends. You can use negotiation strategies to apply various negotiation techniques to help you succeed. You can view your opponent's information if you are unsure what to choose. Click to view. Oh boy.
As I recall, this guy won't listen to reason and can only be persuaded with intimidation. But he does seem to follow rules to some extent. Let's use that against him.
Speaking of regulations, we have our own laws and regulations too. According to Article 4 of the Cienjo Alliance IPC Trade Consensus, the Alliance and IPC shall never infringe on each other's intellectual property rights.
Oh, okay. I don't know if I'm gonna be good at at negotiating with him. I want to just beat the shit out of him and embarrass him. I don't want to lose, but it's funny.
Hey everyone! Meet my old friend Scott. He's very talented, especially at imitating animals.
Stop it! Let's focus on the business at hand. What's the point in dragging up the past?
I knew it would be bad.
Oh, you're amazing. Can you teach me? Which animals can you imitate?
Just forget it. Even if we set aside the secrecy of intellectual property,
I kind of want to lose
built
it
by the
though.
Intelligentsia Guild are incredibly valuable, beyond your wildest imagination. If anything goes wrong, you won't be able to pay for it even with your lives.
Just skip the reasoning part and resort to good old violence. Oh man.
Don't underestimate Xianzhou technology. Even if they need to dismantle your cargo, the Artisanship Commission can easily put it back together.
Yeah, go ahead and brag about their skills. After all, you're just a negotiator they hired. But
They didn't even hire me,
I'm
tard.
an IPC member.
I'm actually gonna
and
kill you.
my fleet
That's
has
it. Give me
accepted
the
this
option to kill him.
transportation order. Besides,
Nope.
the
I'm
cargo
killing
on
him.
This transport vessel belongs to the Intelligentsia Guild. If you want to inspect the
I'm
cargo,
killing him. Oh. It's time to escalate! Who gives a shit?
You're pulling out all the stops.
I'm killing you!
Members of the Intelligentsia Guild. Since we've met each other before, Mr. Scott, let me share some information. Your transport ship was attacked by the Borison, and the Cloud Knights might see it as more than just a random attack.
You think you can
I want to
scare
kill
me
you.
with that? What
I want to kill you.
You might purely be innocent victims of a Borison attack. But think about it another way. Why would the Borison launch such an attack near the Lafu? Perhaps some of your crew members colluded with them.
I want to kill. No, let me
We
kill
may
him.
need to
Oh.
interrogate every one of your crew to eliminate this potential risk.
You know what? I don't think we really need a member from the Intelligentsia Guild present. I'm just hoping that all the procedures will be thoroughly followed, you know? We both need to follow the regulations, because that's how the IPC and the Xianzhou operate, right? As an IPC worker, I have to abide by its regulations. If I make an exception and allow you to inspect the cargo, it'll spell disaster for me.
I'm not gonna try to bribe him. What the fuck? Can I like beg and bribe? That's insane. That's actually insane. None of these are super funny. Wait. Never mind. Talk about his unpromising career prospects. Bro, yes. I have to. Can I redo it? Can I redo the negotiation? I hope I can. I need to. I need to know what they're gonna say.
I understand that you're trying to stick to the IPC regulations, and that's commendable, Mr.
Oh.
Scott. But what you fail to see is that this argument is tarnishing the IPC's reputation on the Xianzhou. If this conflict with the Skyfaring Commission escalates, it won't just make things difficult for your business, but it'll also have an impact on your career down the line.
Of course, I never wanted conflict with the Xianzhou. Like I said, all I wanted was to retrieve the cargo and be done with it, but they just refused to let us go.
Hey, I did it.
Well, you guys sure know how to argue your case. Fine, I'll allow you to do the security inspection. It's just that, I need some time to sort things out. This is a big deal. Let me talk to headquarters first.
So, Mr. Scott, are you just stalling for time and planning to leave the Xianzhou as soon as your ship is repaired? To avoid the Skyfaring Commission's inspection?
Well, IPC staff are free to come and go, as long as they don't break any laws.
Who are you?
You've got some insight there. Who are you again?
I asked for...
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Lingsha, Cauldron Master and head of the Alchemy Commission on the Lawfu.
You... Oh my god. No way.
Could she be?
That's what I'm like, wait a second.
Yeah.
For different
She's
reasons.
the new Cauldron Master assigned here from the Xianzhou Juming.
I received a report from the Artisanship Commission about cargo containing samples of unknown organisms. It said they needed help from the Alchemy Commission. I had nothing better to do, so I came myself. It's fine, Mr. Scott. If you really don't want your cargo to be inspected, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter? How can you say that?
Bro, I can't pull up a good image.
Why
Oh my god.
are you being so nice all of a sudden? Well, since you're not going to check it, I'll take this crate and be on my way. Is that okay with everyone?
I can't find like a good image to pull up on stream.
Yeah, sure. Why should I object? Not only this sample, but all the goods on the transport ship are yours to keep. Like I said, we won't inspect them.
Wait a minute! Well,
that's more like it. If only the young displayed a more reasonable attitude, we could have sidestepped that altercation just now. Our ship will leave in a few days once the engines are repaired.
Your ship can leave whenever you want, but I'm afraid I can't say the same for your cargo. According to the import and export regulations signed between the Xianzhou and IPC, all biological shipments can only leave the port when they have confirmed to be of no threat, or when all biological activity expires. Since we can't determine if your shipment is safe for the environment, I guess we'll have to wait for its biological activity to expire. Let me check the previous cases. Normally, it'll only take around 47 star calendar years.
I like her, bro.
Only 47 years?
Why so surprised?
I like her a
You're
lot.
still young and full of energy. I'm pretty sure you'll live a few more decades. Have some confidence in yourself.
Ha! Typical of a long-life species. Your words are dripping with sarcasm. While you may not care about time, I do. I'll be demanding double compensation from the Skyfaring Commission for every minute wasted.
Shut the fuck up.
Sure thing, Mr. Scott. You seem pretty confident that your career and life will last long enough to witness this victory unfold.
Yeah? Yeah? Someone
Step
got
aside,
quiet.
Guys. Let them do the inspection.
No way.
Mr. Scott!
Come on, we're already in enough trouble. Just let them do the security inspection. And if needed, I can always grovel before the Intelligentsia Guild later. I'm just using my head for what it's apparently good for, right?
At least you wised up for once.
Well,
That's
honestly,
so
at least
mean.
you're not as annoying as that woman. Just get on with the inspection. Don't act all chummy with me now that you've got your way.
This lady is really something else.
Right? Oh.
Is this the IPC product?
Listen up. Any damages caused by inspections will be filed with the IPC.
Turn it off.
Oh, cool! We get to fight it! Terror grip? When an ally is inflicted with terror grip, attacking the caster once can dispel it. When terror grip ends, if the caster is not attacked to dispel, then the affected ally will fall into a terrified state and be unable to perform actions. Okay.
Oh, how unexpected. That was a surprise.
Unite our goals.
Ow. Ow!
In the mood for another beating? How's this taste?
You know nothing of the weight behind survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Cloud scattered.
Ow. I didn't think I'd be fighting.
Leave it to me.
My team isn't set up to fight, which is my own fault.
Have we met? Dream vanished.
Confidence. Normal. That's all you got? Nice, like a good, my friend.
Everyone heal themselves.
Indulge yourselves!
Time to twirl! Time to twirl!
Oh, never mind. Just kidding. Just kidding, because I have Fugway Gallagher.
Were you seriously planning to leave this stuff unchecked at the dock for days? That's way too dangerous.
I had no idea about it. You must have accidentally triggered the cargo's defense program.
I don't think trying to shift the blame is a wise choice.
But seriously, I don't know why that thing suddenly started moving. I swear on the Amber Lord.
Enough.
What a
Miss
loser.
Shikwe, please escort our IPC guests to the Skyfaring Commission.
I'm on it. Please follow me, Mr. Scott.
Our preliminary inspection shows that there is indeed hidden biological tissues inside. Just like the craftsman feared. I can't even tell if it's ingenium or biological in nature.
Why do you say that?
The core of this device is what they call wetware in industry slang. To put it simply, this machine operates with a kind of biological nerve as its control center.
I'll take some samples for the alchemist to analyze and figure out where the biological tissue comes from.
Why would the Intelligentsia Guild use such unethical technology? Perhaps they're trying to create a new weapon?
Whatever the reason is, it's probably why the Borison attacked the ship. No wonder the IPC were trying to obstruct our inspection. I'll contact the Ten Lords Commission and ask the judges to come and give their final verdict on this. According to our rules, all prisoners and weapons involving dangerous creatures must be taken to the shackling prison for further sentencing. After all, it's the safest place on the Luofu. As for you, Mr. Craftsman, please go with the Cloud Knights and explain the situation to the judge.
After a while, everyone disperses and goes their own way.
I had a feeling that the IPC members would cause trouble, but I didn't think they'd be this tricky. Thanks for your help, Miss Linksha.
I should thank you for saving my life. Your sword skills were impressive. Taking down that big guy. I thought the General's
That
retainers
big
were all
guy.
burly martial masters. I didn't expect Yenching to be so...
Miniature?
Huh? As for you, you must be the guests from the Astro Express, right? Saving the Luofu from that crisis. It's so impressive.
It's funny because I am probably not even that much taller than him. Like, if not, like, I'm the same height. Like, but I'm still gonna say it and laugh.
It wasn't a big deal. Really, it's still early. So why don't we get some tea at the Alchemy Commission? We can discuss your suggestions for revitalizing the commission.
I'd be happy to accept your invitation.
And you three are
I just
coming
want to
too,
do
right?
the war dance and go to Amphorius. Let's move on. But, like, we do need to buy some time. playing 4 hours a week, and we're already like doing pre-Amphoria stuff. We need to buy time.
I'm here to pay my respects.
God knows I'll catch up way too quick, and then it'll be really sad.
All these years, and the view of the Alchemy Commission hasn't changed a bit.
Although I could save, like, the other orange quests I have, the Trailblaze Continuance.
The tides come and go.
And maybe if we catch up on the
ancient
story, I
sea
can just do
remains
those.
the same. For us Vidyadhara, there's nothing more nostalgic than our homeland.
That might make the most sense.
You're a Lofu native, Miss Lingsha?
Yes, I grew up here, listening to the sound of waves while researching prescriptions with my mentors and peers at the Alchemy Commission. It's kind of sad, isn't it? Everything changes, but somehow remains familiar. Just like you, Don Hung, I traveled far from home, and now I've returned. Seeing the familiar scenery brings back a hint of nostalgia.
The view here would be even better without the ambrosial arbor.
Oh, really? I think that towering tree looks pretty impressive.
Even if it's impressive, it's a plague mark. The Xianzhou have been fighting abominations for thousands of years. And now that the ambrosial arbor has been reborn, it's only natural for everyone to feel uneasy.
Well, once a seed is planted, no matter how long it takes, it'll eventually sprout and bear fruit. In my humble opinion, the rebirth of the ambrosial arbor and the resurgence of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus were inevitable. The seed was already planted when the ancestors of the Xianzhou sought immortality.
I thought we were here to have some tea, but where's the tea?
My bad. Well, since you went through the entire ambrosial arbor crisis firsthand, Dan Heng and Lieutenant Yan Qing, I'd like to discuss something with you.
Hey, what about me?
What would you like to discuss, Miss Lingsha?
I was lucky enough to be chosen by the Alliance to come in and clean up all the old grime in the Alchemy Commission. Honestly, the Alchemy Commission is riddled with problems and has reached a point where fixing it seems impossible. I'm looking to remedy this problem, but was wondering if you could provide any insights.
Well, even though I'm a Vidyadharan like you, I'm an outsider, just like my companions here. I can't really say much about a remedy, but I do have a piece of advice, Miss Lingsha. The Vidyadhara and the Alchemy Commission on the Luofu have always been intricately connected. If you cannot distance yourself from these ties, Miss Lingsha, changing the situation within the Alchemy Commission may be quite challenging.
I may not know about politics, but I do know that the disciples of Sanctus Medicus have been operating within the Alchemy Commission for years. If you're determined to root them out, maybe you should discuss it with the General.
I see. Thank you for your valuable insights. While the Lux Arrow from the Rainbow possesses unparalleled power to sever the ambrosial arbor, it can't sever mortals' desire to prolong their existence. Just like how the Cloud Knights can eliminate the remnants of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, but are unable to calm the hearts and minds of the people within the Alchemy Commission. Our Xianzhou forebears knew this well, and that's why they entrusted the duty of guarding the roots of the arbor to the Vidyadhara. However, the Vidyadhara are still only mortal beings. 30 years ago, my mentor served as Alchemy Commission's Cauldron Master. She recognized the emerging undercurrents and sought to cleanse the source of the disturbance. Unfortunately, even though she was skilled in the art of healing, she didn't understand the human heart or how to eliminate the sickness lurking within the depths of the Alchemy Commission. In the end, she was framed and exiled to the Juming. I was also implicated and had to leave the Luofu.
Oh. Huh.
And guess who arbitrated the case and handed down the sentence? None other than General Jing Yuan himself.
Huh.
What?
You heard it right.
The ones responsible for the corruption in the Alchemy Commission are not just the remnants of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, but even the Divine Foresight himself. Alas, why is your face turning pale?
Poor little young Xing. Look at you.
Don't worry about it. I understand that when someone holds a position of power, they may sometimes have to make tough decisions. I won't hold any personal grudges against him. Besides, at our age, holding personal grudges is a luxury we can't afford.
Lingsha, you're back! Ugh, I've been waiting ages for
Hey!
you! Yunli! Why aren't you with your grandpa? What brings you to the Alchemy Commission? Well, let me take this opportunity to introduce you to...
What a small world. You stole my sword! Give it back!
I see. Let's skip the introduction part then.
Why do I keep bumping into you? Are you stalking me or something?
Of course not. Unlike you, Miss Yunli, I have important things to take care of. You, on the other hand, seem to have all the time in the world to wander around without returning my sword.
Bro, shut up about your sword!
Grandpa used to say that a sword reflects its master. I talked to your sword, and it told me that you've been distracted. You hesitate when you should strike, and you struggle to stay calm when your sword is unsheathed.
Damn!
Now that I see you again, I realize your sword was right. It wasn't me who took your sword. It was you who lost focus.
Damn, you suck, bro.
You
Skill
really
issue.
Expect me to believe that nonsense? I've been taking it easy on you because you're a guest from the Juming, but you're not taking the hint. Don't people from the Juming know you're supposed to return what you've borrowed?
No.
Just look at this flying sword. Even if I gave it back to you now, it'd just be taken away again in a few hours. You know the Cloud Knight saying, a Cloud Knight must never let slip their weapon. Yes? Well, sure, I can give it back to you now, but on the battlefield, that's a whole different story. Poor flying sword.
Fine! You don't have to give it back, because I'll take it back myself!
Oh, to be young and at the whim of impulse.
Between these two, who do you think is tougher? Don't get me wrong, I'm just curious.
Get ready to separate them.
It is my first day at the Alchemy Commission. A brawl is definitely not how I imagined celebrating it.
Well, since you don't approve, I won't draw my sword here.
I didn't mean it in that way. Since you've already drawn your swords, you'd be disappointed if you didn't get to test one another, right? I've received reports that the delves near the Alchemy Commission are still infested with abominations. Seems like my predecessors left quite a mess. So, if you two want to determine who's better, why not focus on them instead of each other?
Clearing out some abominations? Sounds boring.
It's the Cloud Knight's duty to eliminate those abominations. You don't have to ask me twice, Miss Lingsha. I'll help you get rid of them.
Oh, you think you're the only one who knows how to behave? If Lingsha needs anything, I'll gladly draw my sword and help her out.
It's so heartwarming to see both of you being so sweet and caring. So then, shall we get going?
Let's go!
Ever since the disciples of Sanctus Medicus were eradicated, their experimental abominations have been festering here. If you want a contest, I'll be the referee. The one who kills the most abominations within 15 minutes wins.
Lingsha, as always, you're still an expert in making unpaid work sound so noble and grand.
It's for your own good, little Yunli. While you desire to compete against each other, I don't want to see either of you getting hurt.
That's really thoughtful of you, Cauldron Master.
So, are you both ready?
Oh no!
The Looks like my predecessors left quite. Let me say it again. The one who kills be careful when you draw your swords, and make sure you don't hurt each other. Can we start now, Lingsha?
Fuck.
Swordplay.
How do I use him again?
Bladed flight.
Well, help.
I didn't expect someone who can't even hold on to his sword to actually have some skill.
Step up, let's see ya.
Strike with heart. Let's seize this fine moment. Clouds scattered.
You can't just do that!
Those moves, but you're not striking where it counts. It's such a shame to see you misuse your sword like that. Dreams of a past life aren't. Let us.
Gallagher, kill one! Oh, never mind, she got it. This is awkward. Hi. I guess. Ow.
How many can you block?
I don't want to kill the dog right now.
Dream vanished. A one-time enemy. Bladed flight.
What's his ult do? Increases crit rate, soul steals sync, and deals massive ice damage to a single enemy. Sure.
This is over. Swords descend.
Fuck it. My doggy.
It's fine. Have we met? Unite our goals. Through clouds. Time for swordplay. Strike with heart.
Let's begin.
Easy.
Clouds
Alright.
scattered. Dreams of a past life are now. Dance once more.
That probably wasn't the smartest play. But whatever. Never mind, he burned to death. Loser.
No holding back.
I
Vanished.
have an ad break starting like now.
How many can you block?
Fuck!
I know nothing of the way to survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Oh god.
Bladed flight.
She's stealing my kills!
Let's begin.
Share good fortunes.
In the mood for another.
Fuck!
Leave it to me. Stand down.
Okay, we won by a little bit.
I win, Miss Yunli.
Alright, let me pause while the ad break's going. Hold on. Oops, I'm not tabbed into game.
You got lucky.
Why don't you just give me back my sword, sincerely apologize, and then go cry your eyes out to your grandpa?
Bro, shut up.
Consider yourself lucky that I'm not interested in your rusty sword, as I don't have the nasty habit of snatching other people's weapons.
All you did was chop down a few monsters. Don't get carried away with yourself. If you think you can just take this sword from my hand, go ahead and try.
Whoa! Guys! Not the roof! the wind bitch.
Well fought, my young friends.
Is that the wind bitch?
However, both of you have shortcomings. One of you focuses on dodging and weaving, while the other relies on brute strength, trying to take down targets with a single strike.
Who are you?
Me? I'm just a patient seeking medicine from the Alchemy Commission. A passerby, if you will. I thought I'd see my fill of impressive fights during the war dance. Yet here I am, able to witness a remarkable fight at the Alchemy Commission, of all places. Well, the Lawfu is never short of surprises. However, I have a small suggestion for you. Why don't you settle this dispute fair and square in the war dances ring? That way, you can resolve your differences with a proper duel and put your grudges behind you.
Grudges? No, not at all. Yunli and we were just sparring.
Sparring? You summoned your flying swords and she swung her sword with full strength. No grudges between you. I don't believe it.
Aha! What brings you here, Lady Fei Xiao?
Fei Xiao,
Have
that
you
was
finished
her
your health
name.
consultation with the dragon lady. Fei Xiao? Grandpa always talks about you. Could it be that you're
The Merlin's Claw of the Xianzhou Yaoqing?
Oh shit, that's her? Oh damn.
Looks like I'm quite famous on the Xianzhou Lawfu, too.
Jeez. So the only way I've played her is the Galactic Baseballer event. The arcade thing. That one. I only played her there. But she seems cool. I like her animations and stuff.
Of course. Everyone has heard of the Vanquishing General. Known to all and unbeknown to none.
Vanquishing General? Isn't that title a bit too narcissistic? I don't like it. Ooh, I heard there's a dozing general on the Lawfu, so I came up with a humble nickname for myself. The Lacking General. Lacking in worries, regrets, and rivals.
Cute!
Sounds much better, right?
I love her. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's a befitting title that sounds both humble and impressive. Now that the sparring session is over, Yanqing and Yunli, shouldn't you politely thank General Fei Xiao for her guidance and bury the hatchet?
No.
Here's your sword. Keep it safe. Or it might get taken away again. By the way, we haven't settled the score yet. I'll defeat you fair and square next time we fight.
Kill him.
This
Bloodshed.
is how she apologizes? Now that I finally got my sword back, I should report to the seat of divine foresight. I'll take my leave, General Fei Xiao. Oh, by the way, Miss Linksha, if you've got some free time, I'd like to invite you to the seat of divine foresight for a chat with General Jing Yuan. I think there's more to those personal grudges you mentioned earlier.
Thanks for stepping in, General Fei Xiao. Otherwise, I'd have had to knock them out with my incense.
Not at all. Just doing what you asked. How about we call it even as payment for the healer lady's consultation?
Sorry, but even a general needs to pay their bills. We don't do credit here. And let's not forget, you'd have been waiting decades for a chance to see the Dragon Lady if it weren't for me.
Well, you can always send the bill to the seat of divine foresight and say it's for mentoring those kids. After all, it was quite the effort splitting them up. I nearly had to get tough. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to find a spot and get some fresh air.
Wait, I like her a lot, bro. A moment later, Fei Xiao leisurely walks to the ancient seaside. Yes!
Back already?
Hi!
You've met with Jing Yuan and wandered around for a few hours.
So, what do you think?
God, I really like him. Wow.
It appears that the Divine Foresight is using this war dance as a show of strength to convince everyone that the Lawfu is prospering after the Ambrosial Arbor crisis.
But... I know you're going to say but, right?
But
the influx of people attending the war dance is like a breeding ground for disorder and rumors. One wrong move, and the Lawfu could be in a world of chaos.
The Cloud Knights on the streets remain vigilant, so at the very least, General Jing Yuan is aware of this. As for other matters, I'm unable to say.
Wow.
I'd prefer to be excused from future meetings with generals. I'm just a military healer. And now all of a sudden I'm thrust onto the center stage having cordial chats with two generals?
My work doesn't lend itself to being in the limelight either.
Just stop whining. At least you're in one piece, right?
I like you, you're
Before
cool.
getting in touch with General Jing Yuan, I wanted to put aside my assumptions and see his momentum. That includes the overall bearing of the Cloud Knights on the street, what people are saying, and how those close to him behave.
The might of an army dwells not within its pawns, but within the force of its collective momentum. Recognizing this fact reveals the true measure.
I need to look at
power.
him when I get a chance.
Thanks for enlightening me, General.
A perfectly clear statement turned confusing thanks to your translation. You've made me lose where I was now. Anyway, this is how I operate in battle, so you might as well get used
His
to it.
outfit. The cool. He's take your stupid hood off. No, okay, it's not stupid. Hold on, take it back. Take this stuff off though. I want to see underneath. It looks cool.
Are you treating General Jing Yuan as your enemy?
I think he's too over-designed and he would look better with his clothes off.
The longest-serving general of the Xianzhou Lawfu. Do you think he'd have only a few enemies?
By the way, General, you met the healer lady, yes? Could you show me the medicine she prescribed you?
Well, the healer lady couldn't do anything about my condition. She just told me to enjoy some tasty food.
So not even the famed healer lady could help?
What's with her?
Don't worry. I'll fulfill my promise and find a way to cure you. Actually, I've found some leads.
Well, life and death, Jiao Zhou. It's all predetermined. Upon starting my military career, I made a pledge that the rest of my life would be dedicated to being the Xianzhou spearhead, hunting down the abominations of abundance till the end of my days. As long as I can fulfill that deep-seated desire, I don't care how long I live.
Bro, it's so pretty though.
You asked if I view General Jing Yuan as my enemy. No. My real enemy has always been myself.
Enjoy some tasty food. So, what's for dinner tonight?
He is so mean! Oh my god. Hey. Hi.
Jeez. You really know how to read the room, don't you?
You
Guys, I
figured
love.
out for yourselves. I'm due to catch up with an old war friend I've not seen for quite a long time.
Meanwhile, Yangxing and Aerith return to the exalting sanctum. No!
Hey!
Let me see
Was
most
that the
again.
Yaoqing general who
Please!
just popped out of nowhere?
Please!
She's so awesome! I mean, when Yoon Lee swung that massive sword, she just casually blocked her attack with ease.
And mine too.
Yeah. But to go up against Yoon Lee is quite impressive, you know? That aura of heroism and grace. It almost makes me want to learn Xianzhou swordplay. You think so too, right?
That general is totally something else.
I agree. General Fei Xiao is indeed impressive.
Let's go, Dan Hong! Hey! Woo! We high
I
five.
was actually hoping you'd give Yanqing some praise.
No! Hey, my boy Dan Hong! Woo! Let's go! Man. Please, I'll follow the path of the Trailblaze. Please.
Thanks for the kind words, Miss March. The war dance is coming up, and I've been chosen to represent the Cloud Knights in the ceremony. I've had my fair share of defeats lately, and even though I know there are always more skilled sword masters out there, seeing General Fei Xiao's skills today has made me feel a bit uneasy again.
Don't underestimate yourself. After all, generals won't fight in the ring during the war dance. Just remember the state of mind you had when you single-handedly took on me and Blade, putting life and death aside. With that mindset, you can prevail against most challengers.
You mean a fight that he would have lost? And like technically, I mean, from the player side, he did lose? Because he sucks dick? He stood literally no chance. What do you mean?
I see.
Get
Thanks
fucked,
for the
loser.
advice, Master Dan Hung.
I will never not be salty
Over,
that he
General
was
Jing
my
Yuan
guaranteed
wants to
5-star.
invite all of you to the seat of divine foresight.
It could have been
He has something
Clara.
important to
It could
discuss.
have been. It could have been Clara. It could have been a duplicate Welt for all I fucking care. It could have been Himiko. Bronya. But it had to be this stupid kid. It's the same way, like, hating him is the same way that when I started Honkai Impact, I didn't know who Fuha was, but I ended up loving her because Feng Huang was on banner. It was the new unit. And I'm like, I don't know, I like her. This kid, I'm like, I don't know who he is, but I hate him. Why is he my guaranteed 5-star? I was so mad. I'll never not be mad.
It's about how to deal with the generals from the Yaoqing and the Zhuming.
I really don't want to get caught up in grown-up games so soon. I just hope Generals Fei Xiao and Huaiyan can see the truth. We don't need any more chaos on the Luofu before the war dance.
60 more jades? Wait. 60, 70, 80, 90 more jades? Can I get a new ticket? I have enough for another ticket. And just you wait till I can exchange these again. God damn. Just you wait. 217, technically more. Technically more. I have 1,139 jades. Just sitting idly by. But I'm gonna pretend like I don't have them yet. For now, 217 pulls. Not bad. Could be better. I will save. Hopefully by next Monday, we'll be closer to like 240. And that's for Phanon, Sunday, and Phanon's Light Cone. Maybe Sunday's Light Cone. Maybe. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know. Because I want to save up for Sakiko. Girl.
Earlier at the Palace of Astrum, I introduced these guests from the Astral Express to you, Elder Hwyan. But with all the people around,
I saw you
we only
almost
exchanged
naked on my
pleasantries.
timeline.
Now,
And
I'd
now-
like to officially introduce them to you.
I never imagined him like that. But I saw it once and now I want to see it more.
These three braved great dangers, accompanying me to perilous places, defeating the chief culprit
Gallagher's gone,
Fantilia,
guys.
and uncovering the conspiracies of the disciples
Gallagher's
of
gone.
Sanctus Medicus.
So
If you wish to know more, please feel free to ask us.
there's nobody I love as much as him. I loved him. I loved him. And he's gone. So I don't know.
Well, I skimmed through the reports about the Arbor's rebirth from the Master Diviner Fu Xuan.
Single in the Star Rail universe
She's been
again.
summoned to the Yu Chui for questioning. There are a lot of doubts within the Alliance about this whole situation. But despite all that, I believe in you. Since you joined the ranks, you have repeatedly achieved remarkable feats. After the High Cloud Quintet each went their separate ways, despite the many criticisms within the Alliance, the Marshal still stood firm against the dissenting voices and entrusted the Lawfu to you. Over the years, you've served the Alliance with loyalty and wisdom. You've taken down abominations in Thalassa, rescued the Xianzhou Yuchui from a siege, and destroyed the demonic planet summoned by the denizens of abundance. I still remember those battles vividly.
Guys, we're really just glazing him. Like, yeah, he's peak, bro. I don't know. He just is the ideal man.
There are fools who doubt your loyalty. They're happy to see the divine foresight
What can I
fail
say?
because it gives them some kind of sick satisfaction. They haven't achieved anything of their own, so they feed off the failures of others.
When has this man, I swear, you go like, yo, when has Jing Yuan ever fucked up? And people go, oh my god, never. Hold on, let me tell you how amazing it is. It's like, bro, stop glazing him. You know full well that if, like, Twitter existed in Star Rail, it'd be like, bro, stop fucking glazing him. Oh my god. Just this Jing Yuan glaze, bro. It's like, okay, but you're just jealous that you're not him. Sorry. What man could ever be Jing Yuan?
But I've seen enough failures in my time, and I want to believe that your loyalty has never wavered.
I mean,
So
he's even
General
hot,
Fei
too.
Xiao of the Yao Qing is the only one investigating the Ambrosial Arbor crisis on behalf of the Alliance?
No. I am too.
This old man's words always catch me off guard.
The Marshal ordered me to come to the Xianzhou Lawfu, but the document only says, attend the war dance and listen to Fei Xiao's questioning.
What does that mean?
The Marshal is well aware of Jing Yuan's purpose in holding the ceremony and understands the situation he is facing. She mentioned it because she believes both issues are important.
Thanks for your kindness and sincerity, Elder Hwyan. But is it appropriate to tell everyone here about the Marshal's orders?
By introducing the Express's witnesses to me alone, aren't you aiming to discern the intentions behind both my actions and Fei Xiao's? And whether there's any discord between us? Well,
You guys have Discord?
since I'm being open and honest with you,
Hwyan, can I add you on
young folk to do the
Discord,
same.
bro? What's...
As for the Ambrosial Arbor crisis, All I need to do is listen. General Feishao will be the one asking the questions. To be by the way, I've prepared it.
To be honest, I'm more concerned about the time they started the war dance.
A gift for the war dance.
Okay, Gallagher, open the gift. Give him back to me!
Yes, it's this case.
I'll
right
never
here.
be the same after Penacony. This case gleams with a muted luster crafted from a material neither wood nor metal. Its surface is masterfully woven with metallic threads, outlining an intricate pattern of lotus flowers.
There will be numerous contests and celebrations during the war dance, and the main event will be the Ringmaster's Challenge.
This guy sounds familiar all of a sudden.
The host will dispatch a skilled warrior to take on challengers from all over the cosmos, showcasing the excellent martial arts of the Xianzhou Luofu. When you mentioned that the Astral Express would be attending the ceremony, I thought the High Elder of the Luofu would be the Ringmaster.
No, never mind.
You humor me, Elder Huayan. The healer lady is just a young lady who knows nothing about martial arts. How can I assign her as the Ringmaster?
I'm no match to you when it comes to joking.
What's this box for? Why don't you open it, General Huayan?
This sword case is intended for the War Dance's award. It's empty now, but in a few days, a precious sword will be delivered and stored inside. I don't mean to boast about our skills, but this sword represents the pinnacle of the Zhuming's craftsmanship. It has a legendary history, full of heroic tales from foreign lands, tales that are too detailed to be summarized in just a few words. Since the delegation delivering the sword hasn't arrived yet, I'll just leave the case here for now. I've been wondering who would be worthy of such a sword. And then it hit me. I can award it to the champion of the Ringmaster's Challenge. The ceremony's champion is sure to be a perfect match for the sword. Moreover, I hear that Yanqing is an excellent swordmaster, and that he will be representing the Luofu as the Ringmaster. So it seems like a perfect gift for him.
Thank you for your generosity, Elder Huayan.
I can't get a picture out of my head. I'm gonna have to...
If you want to give me a sword, just say the word, Grandpa. No need to beat around the bush.
You've got confidence, my girl, but I don't think you can best Yanqing.
I know
What?
you're all about swords, Miss Yunli. It's just a shame that it's the sword that ultimately chooses its rightful master.
Yeah, and even if someone gets their hands on such a precious sword, it'll probably end up in someone else's.
The outcome of our duel at the Alchemy Commission is still up in the air. Since you're interested, why don't you represent the Xianzhou Juming and challenge me in the ring?
That's exactly what I had in mind. Nobody knows who's gonna come out on top. It could be me, could be someone else. It'll probably be me. But whatever happens, it won't be him.
It'll be either death or disaster when these two clash.
Not to be rude or anything. We've been watching their drama. I'm dying to find out who beats who.
Quiet down. We have other guests here. I've prepared this sword to add some excitement to the ceremony, not to have you two squabble. It's not a good look for the Alliance. While you both seem confident that you'll win, you need to remember there can only be one winner and one loser in the ring, which could lead to hard feelings. Actually, I have an idea. We don't know who the winner will be, and it might not be either of you. But if you're eyeing that prize, you'll need to work together. I want you to take on an apprentice who will take part in the war dance and win at least one match.
How does that make sense?
In my humble opinion, While a Cloud Knight is commendable by securing victories, it's even more
they're
so
so
to pass on
cute.
your skills and spread the way of swordplay. I'd be greatly pleased if this apprentice could represent the Express in the war dance by displaying their Cloud Knight flair and prowess.
Well, Elder Huayan's idea is quite interesting. Imparting swordplay skills requires teamwork, and both the winner and the loser will learn a valuable lesson regardless of the outcome. The question is, whom should the two of them take as an apprentice?
Huh? Who? Wait.
Why did we vote? I mean, we're too good. Don Hung and I would diff them.
I noticed just now that Miss March seemed quite interested in the outcome
Let's
of your
go!
sword. So I thought, why not teach her the art of swordplay?
I mean, a baseball bat is basically like a sword. Yeah. Don Hung would diff them. I practically use a sword. A baseball bat, sword, same thing. You're the only one who doesn't have experience in this kind of thing.
Why am I being dragged into this all of a sudden? I've never practiced swordplay before. I'm a total newbie. You really think I can learn it? Well, you'll probably realize I have no hope and give up on me. And that'd be so embarrassing.
She is me, bro. Why don't you choose me?
Your talent is quite unique. Are you also interested in swordplay? But you know, based on my years of judging people, you don't really need to dive into swordplay to boost your skills. And I doubt there's anyone out there who can really show you the way forward. As for Miss March, she's like a piece of jade in the rough, just waiting to be shaped.
I appreciate your kind words, General Huayan. But won't teaching me swordplay be a waste of Yanqing and Yunli's time? They should be preparing for the ceremony. Oh, plus, I heard that each sword master has their own special moves. What if they let something slip while teaching me? If everyone knows each other's tactics, won't that mean everyone's stuck in a stalemate and unable to end their fights during the war dance?
She is so cute.
That's considerate of you, March 7th. But don't worry. It'll take you at least a decade of hard training before you can even start learning special moves. No need to freak out. A few Juming swordplay tricks will mean you'll be more than equipped.
Really?
Looks like March's curiosity has been piqued.
The whole point is to know each other's moves. Defeating your opponent in just one move? How boring would that be? Plus, what really decides a swordsman's fate isn't some special move. It's the solid fundamentals.
So Miss Yunli has already agreed. What do you say, Yanqing?
General, I haven't graduated yet. How can I be qualified to teach swordplay to others?
So you're admitting your defeat, huh? If you're not even confident to teach, why don't you let me be the ringmaster instead?
Yanqing, teaching an apprentice is also a way of honing your own skills and gaining insights. You've been an apprentice for years. It's about time you looked at swordplay from another perspective.
He's right.
General. Then count
He is
me in.
very right.
Now that Yanqing has agreed too, it all comes down to Miss March giving her nod.
It's up to you to make the final decision, March.
Time for you to become the best swordmaster on the Express.
At least that way, I won't have to worry about you accidentally shooting me in the butt all the time.
Hey, I've never missed my target. Then I'm on board. Thank you for your kindness, General Huayan.
Great. Starting tomorrow, Yanqing
Was
and
not
Yunli
expecting a
will
voice
teach you
line
the
there.
basics
That's
of the
crazy.
Cloud Knight's swordplay. Yunli and I will head out and purchase some sword practice equipment for Miss March. Think of it as a little initiation gift.
You're too kind. Wait, you're giving me a gift? Shouldn't it be the other way around?
Huayan, smiling silently, soon departs. Seat of Divine Foresight with Yunli in tow.
General Huayan's gone. Wait, why does something feel off about what we talked about?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I think we strayed off topic. How did things even get to this point?
Yeah, I brought you here because the General said he had some important matters to discuss. But how in the world did Yoon Lee and I suddenly become Miss March's swordplay mentors?
Because General Huayan wants us to stick around on the Luofu for some time.
But aren't we here to attend the ceremony anyway?
But from his point of view, we're no different from all the other tourists who may leave at any time. Since the crew's actions were mentioned in the Luofu's operations log that was given to the Alliance, he probably wants to see firsthand if we're as capable as the report claims, or if we're just some made-up excuse to save face. And he wants to see it for himself during the war dance, which is why he even dragged Yun Li into this. What began as a simple contest between two sword masters has now evolved into you two collaborating to mentor March.
Elder Huayan is still that tricky general who likes to give everyone a headache. My apologies. Truth be told, I invited all of you to the ceremony because I wished for you to act as my witnesses.
Yeah, we figured.
I apologize for not disclosing this information earlier.
It's all good.
In the coming
now.
weeks, I'll also invite all of you to a meeting with General Fei Xiao, where you may need to answer her questions and clear up any doubts she might have. So please, be prepared for the meeting.
No worries. Answering a few questions is no big deal.
Don't worry, General. No matter what happens, I'm prepared to stay here as the Express's witness and answer any questions.
Thank you, everyone.
General, I know there isn't much I can do to share your burden, but... As the Luofu Ringmaster, I won't let anyone defeat me in the war dance.
I know.
I want him to lose so bad. In our Mali, Fei Xiao meets with their old comrade in arms.
The illustrious Merlin's Claw waiting for
Hello,
me.
Yukong.
And for so long, too. It's quite an honor. It's been a while, General Fei Xiao.
It's been 30 years since we last saw each other. Right, Yukong?
Yes. Back then, you were the vanguard of the Yao Qing's Verdant Knights. And I was a pilot of the Luofu's Rainbow Fall Fleet. Who would have thought that upon meeting again, you'd be a general, and I'd have given up flying. Really does feel like a lifetime ago. Well, I wouldn't say I haven't seen you in 30 years. After all, your great victories are announced through the Yellow Bell resonance system every day. So I'm well aware of your great feats. How's your health holding up?
Still stable, I suppose. Do you still remember the medic who saved me in battle?
That healer with the odd name and peculiar temperament. What was his name again? Was it Pichu? Or Kachio?
Pichu? Who evolves into Pikachu?
Jiao Chou. He's been my retainer and personal healer, delegated by the Alchemy Commission from the Xianzhou Yao Qing.
Pichu.
Over the years, he's dedicated himself to managing my condition. It's thanks to him that I'm still in good health today. Given my background, I'm happy to have made it this far.
That's really
I'm
cute,
relieved
though.
to know that you're safe and sound. Well then, since you and Elder Huayan are here, I imagine you must have received orders from the Marshal as your friend. May I ask how the Alliance intends to punish the General of the Luofu?
The Arbor's rebirth has frightened the elders who lurk behind the scenes. They fear the resurgence of abominations, much like what happened 30 years ago. Although the report from the Luofu explained all the details, we don't know if the Ruin Legion really invaded, or how exactly the Stellaron Hunters and the Astral Express became involved. This puzzle has many missing pieces. As you know, the fugitive Jing Liu, who mysteriously disappeared many years ago, has resurfaced.
Oh,
This
her!
time, she has brought along an outworlder and a coffin, claiming to offer the Marshal a method to fight against the Eons. The Lawfu preceptor has also leveled accusations against Jing Yuan for neglecting the Alliance's principles. She asserts that Jing
I
Yuan
almost didn't remember who she
enabled the
was.
exiled Imbibitor Lune to re-enter the Lawfu, thereby unlocking the luminescent
I was
depths
like,
within Scale Gorge waterscape,
who?
which in turn disrupted the Vidyadhara's dutiful watch over the
To be fair, I've only
ambrosial
seen her
arbor.
like once.
It is for these reasons that I have come here to the Lawfu today. Well, duty calls. Perhaps I shouldn't have mentioned all of this to an uninvolved person, but since we once fought together, I didn't want to keep you in the dark.
I understand.
Why?
I'm sorry, I was out of line. I know I shouldn't be defending General Jing Yuan right now, but, well, you know how I am. The Lawfu has enjoyed centuries of stability since the end of the sedition of Imbibitor Lune, much of which can be attributed to General Jing Yuan's masterful strategizing. Unfortunately, for long-life species, enduring through the ages always culminates in a failure that undoes all previous achievements. A moment that our adversaries relish.
That's true. And that's why I'm also here for another purpose. To visit Hule.
Hule? You mean that Hule?
Oh no!
The same Hule who has been imprisoned in the shackling prison for over 7 centuries?
I know this name and I know this fucking like creature. Cause I've seen so many memes of people being like, bro, what endgame mode is it? He's in one of the endgame modes right now, and it's like people are like, bro, what the fuck is this? And he like keeps showing up.
The nemesis of the Foxians who will never be forgiven and shall be imprisoned until the end of the cosmos. I can't quite remember the exact wording, but yes, the very same Hule.
Usually, only emissaries from the Xianzhou Yaoqing Skyfaring Commission visit him once every century. Why do you have to visit him now, of all times?
The Foxians and the Alliance made a pact to combat the abominations, aiming to achieve justice and free their kin. That werewolf monster is to be forever imprisoned in the dark recesses of the shackling prison, facing unending retribution. Given the situation on the Lawfu, those on the Yaoqing are concerned about Hule's imprisonment. I'm afraid that the routine visit every century is no longer sufficient to ease their concerns. That's why I was sent here, to reassure them.
Huh.
It's all bad news.
Well, not everything. There might be a silver lining. Oh, by the way, I found some clues about the thing you asked for.
Tell me more.
The Verdant Knights followed the route you mentioned and discovered the wreckage of the Whistling Flame ship. Unfortunately, there were no survivors and no cargo. However, someone had already been on the scene before we arrived.
Our people? Or someone from the IPC?
No, neither. Yukong, have you heard of a person named Ron May?
I have! I have heard of Ron May. After a day of running around, you finally arrive at the inn for a well-deserved rest. I would love a rest, actually. You're restless to meeting the general. The bustling crowd before the war dance keeps you from falling asleep. No. Day 2.
I'm still feeling sleepy. Did I oversleep? Where did March and Don Hung go?
Literally me. What's going on here? Hey!
There you are.
Here I am. Why are you here too, Yangxing?
You haven't forgotten about our promise to General Huayan, have you? I woke up especially early so I can start teaching Miss March swordplay.
Hey, why are you blushing, Master Yanqing?
This is, the first time someone has called me Master. I need to, get used to it.
Oh boy. Oh
Damn.
boy.
Let me make it clear. Swordplay training is about improving your body, mind, and strength. It's not a casual game you can master overnight. I promised General Huayan that I'd teach you Cloud Knight swordplay, so you can participate in the war dance and defeat at least one opponent. I'll do my best, but if you break your master's rules...
What will you do?
Is it too late for regrets? I'm already regretting my impulsive decision.
Honestly, I'm not sure what I'll do either, because I've never been a teacher before. So, Miss March, please behave and don't skip classes. Or complain.
You need to toughen up and train her properly, Master Yanqing. Don't go easy on her.
You're so heartless.
It's true.
By the way, where's Yun Li?
I've found a quiet spot in the back garden of the Palace of Astrum for our first lesson together.
March 7th waves to you and Dan Heng embarking on the first lesson.
Seriously? It's the first day and you two are already late? Why is everyone on the Luofu so laid back? So disappointing.
Master Yun Li, you're already here. Sorry for keeping you waiting.
Wait, this is so cute.
Oh, wait. Were you trying to teach her in secret? That's sneaky.
I'm just showing you what Luofu etiquette is all about. She might be my apprentice, but it's customary for the master to personally escort their apprentice to the place of learning. As the host, I'll be teaching Miss March the essence of Luofu swordplay, after which she'll emerge victorious in the war dance ring. You won't be complaining about Luofu swordplay then.
Stand aside, rookie. Let me show you how we Zhu-Ming sword masters treat their apprentices. Quickly, over here, Miss March. This is a reverse mentorship gift from me to you. I hope you put it to good use.
Oh!
What's this? Xianzhou clothing? It's so beautiful!
Sword practice requires precise movements. This outfit is tailored to fit perfectly and allows for smooth movements.
How'd you...
I even added some small accessories. I put a lot of thought into it.
Did you get her measurements off screen? We're gonna assume
You're
yes.
Awesome, Master Yun Li.
But then she would have known that the outfit was coming.
See? See?
How did you get her
compete
exact
with me?
measurements?
I'll teach March 7th the essence of Zhu-Ming swordplay so she can win the contest with my sword skills.
Actually, I've prepared something too.
Huh? You have a gift for me too, Master Yanqing?
Since you want to learn swordplay, Miss March, you'll need suitable weapons. So, I went out of my way to prepare a pair of swords overnight. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to ask the craftsman to customize the swords for you, but I did my best to choose ones that look nice and are suitable for a beginner. I hope you like them, Miss March.
Thank you, Master Yanqing!
This is so
Bet you
surreal.
didn't see that one coming, did you, Yun Li?
The real competition is just getting started.
I'm so lucky to have two great masters. But why does it feel like things are getting a bit weird?
Greetings, hello, Kumo. Oh! There it
What do you
is!
think, masters? Does this outfit suit me?
Yes!
Perfect. I chose
Slay March!
It's
Let's
perfect for beautiful
go!
young swordswomen like you and me.
All right, let's get started with the training. The person next to me is a Cloud Knight instructor I've brought in. For your first lesson, try exchanging a couple of moves with him.
Wait. We're having actual combat training for the first lesson? Isn't that a bit too intense?
Well, I heard you have some experience with archery and martial arts. The first thing we're going to do is see just how strong your fundamentals are. Come on, step forward and strike with the sword in the most natural way you can think of. It's important for us to grasp your natural movements, so we can decide where to start and what you need to learn.
Yeah, that makes sense.
If you're ready, let's begin.
Okay.
Aww. Alright, I'm gonna kill you. Are you ready? I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Are you ready?
I'm gonna slit his throat.
Yeah, I'm ready. But please go easy on me.
Then I apologize in advance, Miss March.
I'm gonna die. March is gonna die. Whoa, look at her! Why don't you use your skill? Shut the fuck up. Makes a single ally become chief master when using basic attack or dealing in hand. Can you fuck off so I can read this?
Let me fight.
When using basic attack or dealing enhanced basic attack damage, triggers a corresponding effect based on master's path. Your addition, destruction, the hunt, remembrance, deals additional damage based on master's type, harmony, nihility, preservation, abundance, toughness, reduction, increase.
Please have some tea.
Pay close attention, Miss March.
Fuck!
Lawful
I didn't slow
sword
down.
play is all about being swift and agile in your
Chief's
movements.
attacks can accumulate charge on March 7th and make her realize powerful abilities.
Blade in flight! Ignore him. Strength is everything.
Can I buff multiple people?
Yes, you. Like this, Sean.
Well done!
Better not underestimate me.
So, how many of my moves can you block?
Gonna show me what you're made of? Pulverizing sword strike!
Ow!
Right on time.
March is so cute though. Oh my god. Actually,
Strike with heart!
I'm starting to get the hang of it.
Time for some sword play.
oh, I didn't see that there were multiple phases.
Practice is over. Swords descend!
Ew. You're so weird. I don't like you.
I get it now. Skills polished, ready to shine. With a true heart and focused mind, here I come.
Imaginary damage to a single enemy and increases the hits per action and damage chance of the next enhanced basic. Okay, interesting.
Rock shattering slash! So, how many of my moves can you block? Blade in flight!
Better not underestimate me. Yes, you.
You've got to stop attacking her. For your own sake.
Time to show you what I can really do.
The thought bubbles! So cute!
Azure Dragon, White Tiger, eating less carbs. What's this?
Eating less carbs! Oh my god.
What are you mumbling about?
Isn't this, sword technique? Shouldn't I be saying something cool?
Yes.
I'll melt you all down.
You should say something cool. You are right.
Strike with heart.
You'll make for good practice.
What is drawn? Mountains. Oh!
That's how a true master does it. All right, check out this move.
Bro, she's so cool though.
I'll melt it all down.
It's just the most surreal thing seeing her with swords.
To earth. It descends with might. Eradicate.
I didn't expect the first lesson to be so intense.
Miss March has quick hands and a flexible body. She's a perfect fit for practicing Lawfu swordplay.
However, she lacks strength, and her strikes were a bit unfocused. But don't worry, that's totally normal for beginners. Once she starts practicing Juming swordplay, she'll make heaps of progress.
Given the situation, I believe Miss March should start by working on her footwork.
Seriously, do you actually know anything about swordplay, or what?
I could ask you the same thing! Dual swords require agility, so what's more important than footwork?
That is kind of true.
Instead of focusing on her strengths, we should address her weaknesses. The drawback of wielding two swords is not generating enough force. What good is being quick on your feet if you don't have strength? It's not like we're dancing here.
Skilled sword masters know how to play to their strengths and work on their weaknesses. Start with what you're good at, then tackle your weaknesses. That's the right way to learn.
I mean, yeah.
You're quite the
Yeah.
theorist, huh?
Theorist? You claim to be able to talk to swords. So what does that make you? A lunatic?
Hey,
Okay,
it's only
guys,
lesson,
let's
and
chill.
You're already arguing. Come on, calm down, masters. I'll have to improve both my footwork and strength anyway, so it doesn't matter which one comes first.
But it does matter. Just listen to me, March 7th.
I hate to admit it, but I would agree with Yanxing, especially with dual swords. You do want to make sure that you can actually like reliably move around before you start throwing all your strength into your swings. 100%. Thus begins the journey of March 7th's sword training. Poor girl. Cute! Love it! I love it so much! And now March is usable. I'm not using her. Oh well. Time marches on.
Dear
and days
Himeko,
turn to
Mr.
more.
Yang, and Pom Pom, we're all good here on the Xianzhou Lafu, so no need to worry. By the way, how's your trip going?
I don't have Discord up on this computer.
As for me, I've somehow become the apprentice to 2 Cloud Knight sword masters, and I've been honing my sword skills with their guidance. One of them is Yanqing, the boy we've all met before. The other is Yun Li, the granddaughter of General Hua Yan from the Xianzhou Juming. Both masters are super strict, giving me a real taste of how hard sword training can be. I tried to drag her into this, but she refused. Then I tried to rope Dan Heng in, but Master Yanqing wouldn't have it. Still, I didn't let the difficulty get to me. In just a few weeks, my sword skills have improved a lot. Both my masters think I have unique talents in swordplay, and are literally fighting each other to teach me their skills. Thanks to their guidance, I've actually made some progress. When I get back to the Express, I'll definitely show off my skills and impress you all. Looking forward to your reply. Yours, March 7th.
Days and nights fly by in the Delve as the war dance fast approaches. Same with the ad break, which I will be pausing for right now. Alright, we continue. That's not a clear obscure thing. My bad. Still love that. Under the strict supervision of her two masters, March 7th trains tirelessly, almost developing tennis elbow. Oh no! On that day after the sword training.
Well done. Let's call it a day.
Bro, I want it to be next week already.
Miss March's sword skills are really coming along. She'll hold her own just fine in the war dance.
Just you wait and see. I'll show off my skills in the ring and win a match. I'll make both of you proud.
Can you believe it? March 7th has actually become a pretty decent swordmaster in such a short time. Now I understand why Grandpa always had a grin on his face while training me.
Are you sure he wasn't laughing at you?
Ah!
Oh, shut up.
It's all thanks to your amazing guidance, Masters.
Miss March, you're really getting the hang of wielding dual swords. If you're keen on advancing, trying out different Xianzhou blades can improve your touch.
Oh, let me see. Which sword is the most powerful? Single sword? Great sword? Or maybe a flying sword?
Ah!
There's no such thing as the most powerful sword. It's all about the skill of the swordmaster. Yanqing wields several flying swords, while I only wield one. But remember how I kicked his butt at the Alchemy Commission?
Bro,
First, you didn't kick my butt. Second, you'll never kick my butt. Third, how about we settle this right now and see who kicks whose butt?
Bro,
Yeah,
shut up.
I'm up for that. And if I kick your butt, you'll drop out of the war dance. Deal?
Okay, both of you just gotta chill.
Why are you two arguing again? I thought things had been improving between you lately.
There was talk that the leading disciples
Oh,
of the
hi!
Luofu and Juming generals were supposed to face off in the war dance, but for some reason, they suddenly teamed up to train an apprentice of their own. Turns out, the rumors are true. Tomorrow is the big day of the war dance. Shouldn't you two be focusing on honing your skills instead of teaching swordplay here?
Bro, shut the fuck up.
That's right. You're the pink-haired fox from the Yaoqing.
What are you laughing at? You've got pink hair too. I'm Zhao Chu, the healer working for the general of the Xianzhou Yaoqing.
Seemed like the funny answer. I just laughed. I don't know.
So you're the participant attending the war dance on behalf of the Yaoqing.
You're
and
the
you were trying to sneak a peek
You're
at our
the
training?
meme fox.
Sorry for the misunderstanding. I don't know anything about martial arts. I'm just here on the general's orders to take care of some official business.
But what if
I didn't mean to interrupt your training. I'll be on my way.
If you knew nothing about martial arts, why were you smirking earlier?
Well, my curiosity got the better of me, I suppose. When I heard Miss March's pondering about what to learn, I couldn't help but wander over. From my professional experience, cleavers, slicers, chopping knives, and carving knives are all just tools. Kind of like frying, sautéing, boiling, and deep frying.
Oh yeah, he's a chef, isn't he?
They're just ways for people to show off their skills.
I forgot about that.
How you use them really depends on the ingredients you're working with.
Every man really does have like some kind of leg strap.
It's like your sword teaching methods. If you align your ingredient, in other words, your apprentice's natural tendencies, with the right cooking method, by which I mean the teaching method that best suits her, she'll make double the progress in half the time. For example, golden eggplant tastes best when fried, cloud peppers when stir-fried, and
Bro is
yellow boulder
yapping.
beef when simmered. It's all about
I don't
discovering
care.
the nature of the ingredients. I mean, apprentice.
All this talk about food is making me hungry.
Aren't you a healer? Why are you talking about food?
Well, it's just a metaphor. The medicinal school I follow on the Xianzhou Yaoqing is called the Ranja School, that specializes in food therapy. So it's only natural that I know a thing or two about cooking.
So, you're the general's cook?
I'm a healer. But anyway,
But you're also a
cook
cook.
who isn't interested in health doesn't make for a good advisor. Fine, call
You're
me a
both.
cook if you want. Seeing the way
Yeah.
you're looking at me, it's obvious
You're a
you think
healing
I'm just some
cook.
feeble academic who likes to blabber on about martial arts. But in reality, I know a thing or two about killing. After all, the art of healing inherently encompasses both life and death.
Seriously? Trying to save face in front of kids? Ugh.
Do you recognize this bottle of medicine in my hand?
No.
This is called tumble dust, an extract from an exotic flower named Yabra.
Yeah, bruh. Like,
Is it poison?
what the fuck?
Well, it depends on how it's used. With just one drop, it's able to numb a patient's body during surgery, making them painless throughout the entire process. However, increase the dose or the potency, and it'll slow the metabolism, making the blood thin and resulting in the loss of all senses. Even long-life species cannot escape its effects.
Why are you telling
This thing
us this?
can save lives or take them.
I don't want to. I don't
It's
want to know
more
about it.
powerful than the swords in your hands.
I don't want to know about it.
That may be so, but still, I prefer settling things with a sword than, you know.
Huh. Looks like I did get you all wrong. You're not a feeble scholar, but a sinister and despicable one.
Hey, why the insults all of a sudden? I'm just sharing some medical knowledge here, not persuading you to poison anyone.
I don't know. You.
Seems like you get real excited when talking about poison. I can't tell if that's an honorable thing or sinister.
That's what
Picture
I'm
this.
saying. He's kind of weird.
Two individuals. The one standing is full of malice. The other lying down is honorable and righteous. How can the one who's lying down label the one standing as sinister? In the throes of combat, where life and death hinge on a singular moment, every idea fades into nothingness. The only thing that matters is staying alive.
I actually wish. I wish his eyes would be open more. I like it better that way.
The battlefield reshapes all notions of worth, be it integrity or treachery. In my eyes, their significance is negligible.
Perhaps you've underestimated Yunli and me, Mr. Jiaoqiu. We may be young, but we've seen our fair share of war.
Well, then you should know that the war dance is nothing more than a contest. So why are you so focused on it?
When I was appointed as the ringmaster for the war dance, I asked the general, we Cloud Knights are supposed to charge into the fray and slay enemies. Why do we have to swing swords in a ring just to please an audience? And this is how the general replied. To unsheath your sword in a ring is no different than on the battlefield, as your sword reveals the might of all Cloud Knights. The war dance is the perfect chance to showcase martial virtue and forge alliances from all over the cosmos. When we unsheath the sword without drawing blood, we not only display our might, but also the martial virtue of the Cloud Knights.
That's quite an insightful statement, Yanqing.
You definitely know it was Jing Yuan who said that.
Apologies
He's
for
right
being
about
so
that.
short-sighted. I've been on the Luofu for quite some time, but I haven't had the chance to see the ceremony venue for myself yet. Hearing you speak so highly of it has piqued my curiosity. Would you mind showing me around?
Yeah, I
want to
see
the Sky
too.
Splitter ship where the war dance will be held? Let's go! I bet Yun Li and Miss March haven't seen it either, right? Well then, I'll give you all a tour.
Yippee! We get a tour! Okay, I'm ready.
Let's go. I'll give you a tour of the Sky Splitter.
Yes, let's go. Looks. Wait. Oh, we're not there yet.
Looks like a lot of other visitors have also come to catch a glimpse of the Sky Splitter.
What's up, Mr. Zhao Cho?
No, it's nothing.
I don't know.
Do you see that airship in the distance? That's the Sky Splitter, the venue for the war dance ceremony.
It doesn't look all that impressive from this distance.
Or shut up.
The Sky Splitter is actually a decommissioned Luofu military vessel. People aren't allowed on board until the war dance officially commences. Tomorrow, when the bell rings and the ceremonial cannons roar, I'll be there representing the Cloud Knights of the Xianzhou Luofu, standing in the ring, ready to take on challengers from all over the cosmos. Since I was a kid, I've been training in swordplay and the art of war under the general. Every day, I'd swing my sword 10,000 times, and then thrust it 10,000 times, repeating the process over and over. I understand that I'm not like other kids. I never envied the toys and freedom they all had. I never found sword practice boring or hard, even in the thick of battle. Facing down savage abominations, I never felt scared. Each day, I could feel myself getting stronger and stronger, and I racked up countless victories. It's the best feeling in the world. But then, I faced a really tough opponent. And just one slash shattered my confidence into 1,000 pieces. That's when I felt true fear for the first time. Maybe that's what Mr. Zhao Cho meant by life and death hinge on a singular moment. Every idea fades into nothingness. After that, I had to pick up the pieces and try to put myself back together. But no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't seem to find my old happy self again. I often ask myself, why do I wield my sword? If defeat is inevitable, why do I continue to fight? Is it to reclaim the joy of victory? To meet the general's expectations? Or to secure my honor among the Cloud Knights? While the general could teach me the art of swordplay, he couldn't teach me why I should keep on going. He said the reason must come from within myself. I've been struggling to find that reason, but after talking with you, Mr. Zhao Cho, I think I already have that reason in mind. As a member of the Cloud Knights and the
Bro
General's
is
apprentice,
fucking yapping.
I've had a
Who
weight
asked?
on my shoulders, and I know there's still more to shoulder.
Yo, mod check? Who asked, bro? Who? I didn't. Huh?
But When I wield my sword, it feels like I'm letting go of everything.
I didn't ask for your life story. Shut the fuck up.
Facing any obstacle in front of me. Pressing forward. That's
I'm eating a fucking cookie.
I wield my sword.
Good for you. That's why I eat this cookie, because you won't shut the fuck up.
Oh, Yanqing. So young, yet so grown up. By the way, how old are you exactly?
Yeah, how old? Actually,
age doesn't really matter.
Oh.
All sword masters will understand how I feel.
I get it. Looks like all the kids on the Luofu live tough lives. So, how about you, Miss Yunli?
Do any Jaishu fans prefer him with his eyes open? I like him way more.
It's not polite to ask a girl her age, no matter which Xianzhou ship you're on.
I'm not asking your age. I'm asking if you have a dream like Yanqing has.
You can't know my age. Then there won't be any discourse about how old I am. He's a chill dude. Yeah, but I don't like it. He looks weird. If he's actually like doing like the closed eyes smile thing, it's one thing. But when his eyes are mostly closed, I'm like, stop. Stop. Open them. You have pretty eyes. Use them.
You don't talk like a cook. You sound more like a TV host or something.
Need I repeat myself again? I'm a healer.
A healing cook.
Well, I don't have a dream like Yanqing does. The only reason I'm participating in the Ringmaster's Challenge is because I made a promise to my grandfather. I want to win the precious sword he's contributed to the war dance.
Sounds like that mind of yours is just filled with swords.
I bet you've got nothing better on your mind.
I remember, like, before, like when Yunli was first announced, and people were like, "Oh my god, it's Fuha XP," and I'm like, no, no,
my
not.
Father was a craftsman on the Xianzhou Juming.
I don't know
Because
why,
of
but
his
I
foolishness,
remembered that.
Many innocent people.
I think I
fell
was doing
victim
Honkai Impact at
to
the time, and
cursed swords he
someone came in
forged.
like, "Look at Yunli, Fuha XP." I'm like, I don't see it.
Since I was a kid, it's been clear to me that not everyone deserves to have a weapon in their hands. Giving them a sword is
so
no
funny.
different than being cruel to the innocent. So, whenever I come across someone unworthy of a sword, I can't help but want to take it away from them. Given that Yanqing is the war dance ringmaster, I'm stepping up to challenge him. To ensure the precious sword doesn't fall into the hands of an unworthy master.
Hey, what do you mean by an unworthy master?
I see. It's not easy for kids on the Juming either. Well, it's better to have a reason for wielding a sword than to be lost and confused. I've saved countless Cloud Knights in my life, and there are plenty of exceptional warriors, just like the two of you.
What happened, Mr. Zhao Cho?
Oh, nothing. I was just reminded of some old friends and old tales. Judging from my professional perspective as a healer, both of you possess remarkable vitality. Your energies flow like raging fires and mighty gales. The upcoming fight will definitely be impressive. Well, we've seen the Sky Splitter and toured the Stargazer Navalia. I guess it's time to say goodbye for now.
What? You're leaving already? But you haven't asked me about my dreams. I've been working hard too, you know.
It's getting late, Miss March. Unlike you lot, I'm a grown-up bound by responsibilities and duties. The tasks entrusted to me by the General won't complete themselves. By the way, Yanqing, Is it normal to have so many people wandering around in an automated area like the Stargazer Navalia?
Actually, this is a restricted area. But since you're all guests, I made an exception, so you could take a look around.
I understand. Well, I'll take my leave. I wish you both the best of luck in the ring tomorrow.
Jaisho waves and then leaves. Bye! You should open your eyes more.
Seriously? I just spent so much time thinking about my dream, but he didn't even ask me.
Now that we're done with our tour of the Sky Splitter, shall we continue with our training?
Why don't we take a day off?
What? You want to secretly practice swordplay by yourself? Dream on.
You know cramming before a fight never works out. For some reason, seeing the Sky Splitter has boosted my confidence. So, I've decided to conserve my strength for tomorrow. All right. I'll take you out of the Stargazer Navalia.
But what if I don't want to go? Wait a second. I know where I am. I'm running.
Oh, just shut up, Red Fang. This is not a beast ship. I need some time to take care of things.
You willingly donned the skin of a lowly beast to join this mission, dedicating yourself to our glorious cause. And now you're telling me you can't handle it? Do you realize how many ships we need?
I'm doing my best, all right? It takes time to figure all this out.
When the guns go off tomorrow, all eyes will be on it. That'll be our only chance. How's that? Who's there?
What are you guys whispering about?
Who are you guys?
An impromptu inspection. Why are there outsiders loitering in Stargazer Navalia? And a bunch of kids at that.
Hey, kids. Didn't your parents ever tell you to stay away from the Stargazer Navalia? I know it's an automated facility, but it doesn't mean you can just break in and do what you want.
First of all, I'm an adult. Second, I didn't just break in.
Yeah, we flew here on a star skiff. Like, whoosh.
You sound so stupid.
Well, I'm not trying to tell you off, but this place is off limits to the public, you know?
Unbelievable.
Big sis, let's go. I want to play in Everhunt Plains.
Huh? Everhunt Plains? Yeah, sure. Big sis will take you there.
Shuha! You should have let me. Shh, the overhaul is done, and everything looks good. We should leave.
What?
Could you repeat what you just said, Yenqing?
What did I say?
Big sis, let's go. I want to play in Everhunt Plains.
Come on. Can't you read the room? Something is definitely off about the 3 people we just met.
Yeah, anyone could see that. I just wanted to hear you say it again. That pink-haired fox tried to say something. I'm pretty sure he sensed something fishy. Since he's not familiar with this place, he just dropped us a hint. But you didn't seem to be paying attention at all.
I knew that from the beginning.
That Cloud Knight didn't recognize Master Yenqing at all. That's really weird.
What? Is he famous on the Luofu or something? Not even the Cloud Knights on the Juming, who all know my glorious name, might recognize my face.
You have a point.
A Cloud Knight, a member
That's
from
crazy.
the Skyfaring Commission, and a craftsman. They're from various departments, and the reason for the overhaul seems legit. But one of them blurted out some weird language just now. Did you hear that? I have a feeling that if we secretly tail them, we'll definitely catch these guys in the act. Follow my lead, and be careful not to blow our cover.
Okie dokie. If you say so.
Mind who they are.
Don't get too close, Miss Mart.
Oh. Sorry. More conditions to be met to complete the photo shoot. The required objectives listed in the top corner. When all the photo requirements are met, you can press the button. Ching!
We should have just killed those lowly beasts. Those little brats won't take up much space. There are boxes all over this place. Just dump them into one and no one will notice.
Cut the theatrics, Grulock. Even the slightest slip-up could interfere with Lord Moktok's plans.
So where are we heading next?
To check the freight skiffs. We've got a lot of preparations to do. Also, don't forget to take those crates with you. Weapons, supplies. We've got to be well prepared. Otherwise, we're screwed.
So, are they smugglers? What exactly are they up to?
I have no clue, but they seem to be moving those crates. I've got an idea. We can hide inside the crates and follow them.
Hey, yo. Okay. Taking advantage of the temporary absence of the group, you cautiously approach a crate and crawl inside.
So cramped in here.
I can hardly breathe. Just hang in there.
You hear footsteps pacing back and forth beside the crate. If someone were to open the crate at that moment, they would certainly catch you in your ridiculous hiding position. Fortunately, that doesn't happen. The floating mechanism at the bottom of the crate is activated. You feel it begin to drift slowly forward. After what feels like an entire amber era of holding breath in silence, you heard the sound of the crate touching down.
Let's just put the cargo here for now, all right? Then we'll move on to inspect the ships. Lord Moktok said that as soon as we're done, we're to board the freight skiff and leave this place.
Don't worry, I've changed the shipping schedule. You two, come with me.
Is it just me? I keep smelling that stench of lowly beasts everywhere we go.
Don't be so paranoid.
The departing footsteps sound like a signal, prompting you to breathe a sigh of relief.
Looks like they're planning to escape on the skiffs in Stargazer Navalia. They keep talking about their plans, but where do they come from? And what do they want to do on the Xianzhou?
They're definitely up to something bad. Wait, they disappeared. Let's catch up to them.
Tread softly. Breathe quietly. And make sure to keep an eye on them. Watch out! They're on high alert!
What? Come on! Oh, okay, fine. I'll play it very slow.
Looks like they're planning to keep
Yeah, I'll take it slow. I'll take it slow. I know.
Something bad. Wait, they disappeared. Let's catch up to them.
Did he spot us? Quickly, hide! Watch out! They're on high alert!
Ma! Stop!
Don't be so paranoid. We're running out of time. Get over here!
Shuhard, I'm coming!
They're leaving. We should catch up to them. Quickly!
I'm not about to lose him.
What are they up to? They're all wearing official uniforms.
Oh, man.
But I'm pretty sure they're not members of the Skyfaring Commission, the Artisanship Commission, or the Cloud Knights. This is way too suspicious.
Never mind who they are. Let's just film them. That way, if they do anything bad, we'll have solid evidence against them.
True. Got it.
Look at this. A freight star skiff with enough room to fit at least 20 of my men. I'll let the others know and have them prepare more star skiffs. Once we're past the checkpoint, there will be beast ships waiting for us. Lord Moktok is ready. The revival of our ancient bloodline all hinges on this operation.
What did he just say? Beast ships?
Who's there?
No way.
It's those brats! I told you to get rid of them, but you didn't listen, you idiot! Wipe them all out!
Hell yeah! Okay.
Borison?
Why are the Borison kind of hot?
Die, you lowly beasts!
Whoa! What am I looking for?
Here you go, Master!
Have we met? Share good fortunes.
Ow. Oh shit, we lost Gallagher. That's fine. We'll be okay for one fight. You just hit one guy. Well.
Ready to shine.
Time to twirl. Dream vanished. Time to twirl.
Time to twirl.
Time to twirl.
Nice job. Fucking super break, bro. I was gonna say the Borison.
How did these Foxians change their appearances like that?
They might be kind of cool looking. Smile, shall I say?
They're not Foxians at all. They revealed their true form. They're Borison, just like the bandits I defeated on the IPC ship.
Kind of hot. I'll say it.
Wait.
You know what?
That means
the Borison are kind of hot.
Well, how did the Borison manage to infiltrate the Cienjo?
it's not just a simple disguise of wearing our clothing and shaving their whiskers. They're somehow able to alter their appearance to be indistinguishable from Foxians. They even have official IDs for the Skyfaring Commission, the Artisanship Commission, and even the Cloud Knights? Let me check this fake Cloud Knight's tag. Maybe it'll give us some clues. Lujun, an officer of the Patrol Defense Squad? Wait!
Yes?
What's the matter?
I encountered a patrol officer named Lujun before. It was a few weeks ago, when we were transporting the Borison prisoners. If they can forge official identities and move around the Cienjo without raising suspicion... Oh no, this is bad.
Even worse. If you find one cockroach on the Express, it usually means...
The Express can have cockroaches?! Ew! I don't want to. No, I wouldn't trailblaze. I wouldn't trailblaze. I'd see one cockroach and I'd be like, I'm outie, guys. I gotta go. Next planet, drop me off. I'm leaving.
There are more Borison hiding on the Xianzhou.
So over.
But their plan is much bigger than just stealing information. We've got to report this to the Seat of Divine Foresight.
Meanwhile, in the Seat of Divine Foresight.
I am glad to finally meet you in person, guests from the Astral Express. I'm Fei Xiao, the General of the Xianzhou Yaoqing.
Jump ship halfway through. I will. If there's cockroaches on the express,
Let me introduce our guest.
I'm leaving.
The one dressed in green.
He's the reincarnation of Imbibitor Lune, and the person behind him is the newest member of the crew. I've heard a lot about you. Outside the reports from the Law Fu, the Skyfaring Commission of the Yaoqing has also gathered plenty of information about both of you. I've been eager to meet you face to face for reasons that I'm sure General Jing Yuan has explained.
I mean, the Astral Express crew is more than capable of killing cockroaches. But I would still get the fuck out. They would just hear me scream. They'd be like, "What's wrong? What's happening? I saw a cockroach!" Ah! It's like, oh. Well, summon a little black hole to kill it! It's like, I don't need to do that. It does not require that much power. I'm like, no, you have to! I need to make sure it's dead! Yeah, we're here to answer your questions as witnesses.
That's right. But don't worry, this isn't a trial. I just want to have a chat with you and get a better understanding of the facts. According to General Jing Yuan's report, the Ruin Legion is to blame for the Ambrosial Arbor crisis, and all Arbiter Generals should pay attention to the Ruin Author's movements. Over the years, the Destruction's minions have wreaked havoc on countless worlds, and the Alliance has been keeping an eye on them. But no one expected them to join hands with the remnants of the Abundance. The damage caused by the Ambrosial Arbor crisis was far less severe than expected, which is good news for us. However, it was quite different from the Ruin Legion's usual style of destroying life wherever they go. While I trust the bravery of the Divine Foresight and the Nameless, I'm curious about some details missing from the report. I'd like to take this chance to have an exchange with both of you. Let me be clear, the questions I'll ask might not reflect my actual thoughts, so please don't take offense if any of my questions seem a bit harsh.
Please go ahead, General. But keep in mind, we can only answer based on what we know. And perhaps you already have the answers to your questions in your heart.
You have a clever tongue. I like it.
So Merlin's claw is quite articulate. Right now, her intentions are unknown, and Jing Yuan wants us to be honest. Maybe I'll just stick to the facts we know.
Let's cut to the chase. Before the crisis struck, the Astral Express was guided here by a Stellaron hunter, a wanted felon, in an attempt to resolve the Stellaron crisis. However, everyone in the cosmos knows of the Stellaron hunter's reputation. So, why did you place so much trust in them? Could it be that some of you have a connection with them?
No, ma'am, we're the good guys. I mean, it depends how, like, they actually do the dialogue. You know? Listen.
You know what? Maybe I do have a connection with Stellaron hunters.
Oh, now that's interesting. Looks like you're quite close to the Stellaron hunters.
I am.
However,
I can't lie about it. I like them.
While I appreciate your honesty, being honest about this topic might make you look suspicious to some.
That's fine.
You know? Let's move on to the next question.
I'm cool with that.
The report suggests that Don Shu, the master of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, colluded with the Lord Ravager and used the power of the Stellaron to resurrect the Ambrosial Arbor. But here's the thing. Don Shu was just a chief alchemist. Even if she colluded with our enemies and summoned the Stellaron, how did she manage to bypass the Videodora guards around the Ambrosial Arbor?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't remember the details. What's the answer? I can double the result of this rap. Bro, I'm not. Don Hung's past life is what led to this. Actually. That's insane. I don't know. I don't know. Who? Don Shu who? Is it true I've met them? I don't remember. I don't think so. Did I'm throwing your past life under the bus.
Exiled Don Hung, leaving the Videodora with no leader, they wouldn't have fallen into chaos, and there wouldn't have been the opportunity to bring the Stellaron to the roots of the Arbor.
Hungshu, I don't remember. I don't know, bro.
About the safety of my companions, so I acted.
I don't know.
brazenly.
I threw you under the bus, and I knew it was wrong.
Returned
But
despite everything. Now,
I
let's
don't
consider
remember
the
the
outcome.
who was
the
that?
Arbor was resurrected, and the Lawfu required a High Elder to repair the seal and suppress the plague mark. It's hard not to think about the stakes involved, right? According to the report, Lord Ravager Fantilia is the mastermind behind the entire conspiracy.
Yo, Fantilia's coming back, bro! Woo!
She disguised herself as an ambassador of the Skyfaring Commission and traveled with you, only to vanish without a trace later on. It seems too convenient to label her as a scapegoat.
I was there, fighting Fantilia alongside General Jing Yuan. But she absorbed the power of the Ambrosial Arbor and gained an almost indestructible physical form. Perhaps that was her intention all along.
So, a pawn of the destruction wanted a flesh and blood body to live in. Interesting. That's quite a new perspective.
I love that I literally was throwing.
Oh. It seems that your
because I was like,
answers
I
have
don't
addressed
remember
all
the
my
details. Hey, Don
questions.
Hung, your past self, fuck you.
Generals, I am finished with my questioning.
So, what do you think, General Fei Shao?
Uh.
Have the doubts in the report been cleared up?
The two nameless have been honest in their answers.
Not really, I was
Even though there are
clueless.
some tricky details, my intuition tells me there is nothing wrong. However, the 3 questions I posed earlier were not just for the nameless, but for you too, General Jing Yuan. First, the disciples of Sanctus Medicus grew uninterrupted on the Law Fu, yet the 6 charioteers were not aware of it. That was a dereliction of duty. Second, you believed in the Stellaron Hunter's prophecy and entrusted outsiders to solve the crisis, even granting them access to the Plague Mark. That was a dereliction of responsibility. Third, you insist on holding the war dance right after the Ambrosial Arbor crisis, putting the Lawfu back in the spotlight. That is a dereliction of wisdom.
Merlin's Claw. Is this your line of thinking? Or the Ten Lords?
From the moment I walked in, I made it clear that the questions I'd ask might not reflect my actual thoughts.
The disciples of Sanctus Medicus were deeply rooted and had been plotting for a long time. I admit it was my negligence for not noticing it earlier. As for the Stellaron Hunter's prophecy,
okay, but
I didn't believe all of it. But in the end, the Law Fu did survive the Ambrosial Arbor crisis.
But
So,
hear me out.
I think it's safe to say that Elio's prophecy about the future holds some merit.
You know what? He might have fucked up, but he truly is a man, because he can be like, yo, I fucked up. But you know what? Hey, we ball. He can admit his mistakes. What a man.
And as for the war dance,
Continue to glaze him,
do you
please.
think I'm unaware of the risks?
He's so good.
However, risks can also be opportunities. The Law Fu has lain low for too long. I believe it's time to stir up the dregs hidden in the depths and wash them away
Truly?
once and for all.
Just as I expected from our sophisticated divine foresight. You have a way with words. I like it. But, unfortunately, ever since the report was submitted, the Alliance has been filled with rumors and speculation. Even within the Law Fu, there are people accusing you of neglecting your duties, resulting in the Ambrosial Arbor's resurrection.
So what are your thoughts on all of this, General Fei Shao?
As a fellow Arbiter General, I fully understand the difficulties of this position. Personally, I think all these rumors are meaningless drivel. Across the sea of stars, the divine foresight knows better than anyone else what happened on the Law Fu and the meaning behind it, just as what happened on the Xianzhou Yaoqing recently.
You mean the Xianzhou Yaoqing is also...
The scouts of the Verdant Knights have sent back reports that Borisin are making trouble again. The Borisin packs that were once divided and scattered have started swallowing each other up, forming larger and larger packs. Moreover, there's an entity named Mongus behind it all.
Mongus?
An entity?
According to the report,
Mongus!
this entity isn't actually a Borisin.
What?
It's a woman claiming to be the messenger of the Master of Immortality.
Huh?
She's described as having 12 faces and 12 pairs of fangs, as cruel as poison, and as elusive as quicksand. The Borisin believe she'll give them a chance to rise again.
That's Ventilia.
That's right. You're lucky that I'm the one who came this time. If it were the Patina Justice or the Seer Strategist, this conversation might not be so friendly. I've always had faith in my instincts, so I don't doubt your good intentions. But the
Let's
Alliance
go.
has its fair share of questions and doubts about the Law Fu. So, my plan is to come up with an acceptable answer to satisfy the Alliance.
What's in this plan, General Fei Shao?
General Jing Yuan, you already know what has to be done. But since you don't want to be the bad guy, I'll take care of it for you. You need the final word from the Ten Lords Commission to quell any doubts. And for that, I'll have to ask the two nameless to visit the Shackling prison.
Can I see the big... Are you imprisoning us?
No, I'm not imprisoning you.
Do I get
While
to see
you're
the
there,
big
I'll
guy?
ask the judge in the 10 Lords Commission's Interrogation Division to record a detailed testimony with the karmic mirror from both of you. We'll fill in the gaps that weren't covered in the report and silence any protests within the Alliance.
I'm okay with that.
Me too.
Your willingness to help is truly heartwarming, youngsters.
Then, as the Merlin's Claw requests,
Oh, there's one more thing. This testimony is for silencing the voices of opposition within the Alliance, but I would like to urge General Jing Yuan to listen to the pleas of the Foxians on the Xianzhou Yaoqing.
so, you are here for Hule.
Yeah, him, Hule.
Exactly. Hule is
Can I
locked up
fight
in
him?
the Law Fu's shackling prison.
Can I fight
Since
him,
he
please?
is the Broodlord of the Borison, I want to transfer him onto the Xianzhou Yaoqing and imprison him there.
But not like the
recent
endgame
movements of the Borison
version of
suggest they're
him?
planning something big, so we must act preemptively.
I heard the current endgame, like this rotation is really scary.
It makes sense to have the Foxians keep an eye on your
I've seen like
arch-nemesis.
people post screenshots with
Since you
like just
trust my
Gallagher or something
judgment,
alive and the rest of their team's
I'll
dead,
repay
and I'm
that
like,
trust.
what's happening
What do
in
you think
endgame,
about
bro?
all this, General Huayan?
Oh boy.
I was worried this would turn into a heated argument, but it seems like both of you are on the same page, solving each
People are
other's
struggling with
problems.
Mach 11, 12. Yeah,
Couldn't
Mach,
have
there it
asked
is,
for
yeah.
a better outcome.
And as for Hule,
I
I'll
saw
send
like,
Lieutenant Zhao
I think it was
Chou and
tweets,
Moza
but
to check on
there
his
was some Reddit
condition in
posts, and it was
prison
like,
and ready him for transport.
oh man, people
If
are
there
really
are no more
struggling.
questions,
No, it was a tweet.
shall
I
we
remember
get
it was
this
like, man,
started?
people, the way people are talking, it's kind of scary. How bad could it actually be? And then like later on, I saw that same person quote their tweet with a screenshot of like, again, I think it was like Gallagher was the last person standing, and I'm like, what the fuck? They continue to use. Yeah, I know HP inflation. It's an issue in so many games, but especially so in like shit like this. It's really weird. Cause ooh, it's hard, and when it's harder, well, spend more money to get your numbers up. Hoo hoo hoo. And it's like, well, no. Maybe you just make your game better. Stop it. Stop. Don't. Like, you guys have a really good game. If you. I'm stealing. Thank you. That's not gonna come up in the shackling prison, right?
I'm really sorry about all this.
And how much have you
But
stolen
the testimony
from
in
here?
the shackling prison won't take up much of your
I've
time.
read none of it.
I'll call for a messenger to take you to the
Wait,
interrogation.
we're gonna have an
division.
ad break soon enough.
You
Fuck.
just need to give your testimony, and then you can head back. So no need to worry.
Imagine him talking you through it. Okay, sorry.
As you wish, General.
It's that one piece of fan art I saw. I'm sorry. Sometime later, a Starskiff carries you and Dan Heng to a place that looks strikingly familiar. I see one
As General Jing Yuan requested,
lewd
everything is
picture,
prepared for your arrival,
and it.
and I am here to receive you. The judges at the interrogation division also know your purpose in coming.
Bad dog. Behave. Thank you.
The shackling prison. I didn't expect to be back here after all these years.
I don't like the face on it. I mean, I do. It's cool, but it's kind of weird.
Don't worry about me.
You want to hold hands?
If you're ready, I'll open the gate for you.
I want to hold hands when we go in there. Once I step through that door, I'll be inside the prison?
Exactly. Please come on in, dear guests.
Okay. Wait, I have an ad break though. Why'd I do that? We have like 2 minutes. Whoa. Okay, are the spikes necessary? What the fuck is that? Damn, you look cool though. What the? This is cool. Stand in the middle of the door. Okay. Sure. Okay, it's actually really neat to see those. What the fuck? Not you.
What are you looking at?
Turn around and look at me! Please!
The shackling prison on the Luofu is completely different from the one on the Yaoqing.
Nowhere.
Whether it's in the clouds or underwater,
I love
breaking
you.
free would still be a piece of cake for me.
Still thinking about your old jailbreak tricks, huh? Forget it. You're free now. Just don't do anything stupid, or the judges will throw you back in there and lock you up for a few hundred years.
You'll see me again in just a few days.
He's so cool.
Taking Hule back to the Yaoqing means a lot to the Foxians on the ship, and to the General herself. So stay alert.
Yes.
Execute the
My name
Mara
is
struck!
Shirley,
Yeah!
and I'm hearing orders from the Incarceration Division of the Ten Lords Commission.
We're Jiao and Moza. General Fei Xiao sent us to extradite the Borisin criminal Hule to the Yaoqing.
No, show me Mose again, please.
We're here to inspect the conditions of his imprisonment and make preparations for the handover and transportation. I assume you've been briefed, Your Honor.
I don't want to look at you.
Your visit request has been approved. I'll be your guide for this trip.
She did so much for me. She
Prisoner
did.
Hule, the warhead and brood
Every time
lord
I
of
look
the
at
Borisin
him, I look at the
abominations of
gap.
abundance,
Oh, the ad
the
break's about to start
arch-nemesis
too.
of the Foxians, is responsible for 2,123 wars of aggression and countless associated crimes.
And on that note, we pause. All right.
Due to his heinous acts, he has been imprisoned in the depths of the shackling prison, and subjected to the punishment of the Forest of Swords until the end of
He
time.
probably has more
He shall never
fanfics
be
on him, but I only have the explicit tag on. So. It's because I was reading Boot Hill fanfics.
No need to repeat his crimes and sentence.
We love
Your
slash reader fics.
He is the greatest enemy of us Foxians. The stories of his atrocities are used to terrify our children. I'm well aware of every crime he's committed. Let's move on to the next step.
When it comes to visiting criminals, there are rules in place to ensure your safety. I know you've heard legends about Hule since you were children, but your knowledge about him is likely very limited. Only the judges of the Ten Lords Commission truly know what kind of abomination is locked up at the bottom of the shackling prison. It has been centuries since Jing Liu, the former sword champion of the Luofu, captured Hule. And during all those years, we never provided him with any food, yet he somehow managed to stay alive. It defies all the documented physical characteristics of the Borisin. The Forest of Swords, forged by the Punishment Division, is a device of intense torment, used to execute sinful abominations. Most Borisin die within 3 days in the forest, but Hule is different. Every time the blades pierce him, his body instantly heals. Despite the brutal punishment, he somehow manages to survive. The complex rules are there because of his abnormal characteristics. Do you understand now?
I apologize for any offense caused. Please continue, Your Honor.
I've given you the instructions regarding Hule's visitation. Please make sure
I
you
don't
read
like
them
him because his eyes are always closed. Borisin Warhead, Denison of Abundance, accountable for numerous, prisoner must be subjected to punishment of the Forest of Swords, never be pardoned, must be transferred to, confinement of prisoner, finishing life. Rituals. Anyone who contacts or converses with the prisoner must take poison-proof pellets, wear a breathing mask equipped with a filter cartridge. Whoa. Prisoner's place of detention must be changed on a yearly basis, and the new location must remain unknown to individuals before the rank of Cloud Knight, Lieutenant, or Judge. Do not mention Jinglu when conversing.
And please, take this pellet before proceeding.
No, I'm not taking random medicine.
Then
You're
you won't
silly.
be allowed to visit Hule.
Just swallow it already. Hule is like all Borisin. He can release a pheromone called lupatoxin that induces fear. Thousands of years ago, we Foxians were enslaved by the Borisin. Not because we were naturally weaker, but because of their lupatoxin. This pill is for our own mental well-being.
I understand.
I stare at the gap between the stupid, like, belt strap and I
knew you were a reasonable person. Now that we've taken the medicine, let's proceed.
Is it weird to say I want to lick him?
Your Honor.
What is it?
No, never mind. Maybe I'm just imagining things.
Here we are.
Oh no!
Her Honor hasn't arrived yet. Please wait a moment.
No! He can smell the stink! Oh no. Oh no. Looking down, you see a honeycomb of densely packed prison cells extending deep into the darkness beyond your view. You hazard a guess on the number of prisoners they are capable of holding here. 3,000? 30,000? 300,000? Wait, this may not even be the entire shackling prison. No. I don't know if I'll ever come back. I gotta steal from you guys. Wow! Maybe not.
Finders keepers. Her Honor hasn't arrived yet.
Sorry, I'm walking. No thinking. That's it. What's this? You notice the Scale Gorge Waterscape's shackling prison was built at the bottom of the ancient sea as a column structure that extends endlessly into the depths. Spiritfarers monitor and manage real-time information of prison cells and prisoners on the screen.
Welcome, dear guests from the Express.
I've
Judge
seen you
Tanya of
before.
The interrogation division. We've
But
met
only
before.
never in 3D though. It was always her 2D art. Was I supposed to play something before this? Who are you? I don't know her. Are you in your Miss Hanya?
Glad to meet you again. Please allow me to express my gratitude to you again for
I didn't
subduing
play-
the demons in the Fixtral Garden.
I did what? I didn't play that yet, I
Looks
guess.
like while March 7th and I were clueless, you already made many friends on the Xianzhou Luofu.
I didn't get around to that yet. Told you about their light cone yet? The chick I just saw? It was all a lucky coincidence.
Even though you and I have met before, we can't show any favoritism under the 10 Lords. So, please do as I command as we head to Scrivener Hall and beyond. Don't do anything without my permission.
No, I haven't
This
seen
isn't a
either of their
place
light
for
cones.
ordinary mortals.
Well, I definitely
You
would
and
have seen
Mr.
Hanya's.
Dunham. Please come with me.
Please lead the way, Your Honor.
Please let me activate the mechanism before we all move forward. And please, watch your steps.
Bro, this is insane. What the fuck? Alright. God damn. This is so cool. Although, I would not want to actually be in here. Because it would take forever to traverse. Whoa. See, I don't like that. That's spooky. Ooh. Shut the fuck up, bro. Shit's so loud.
Now this smells good.
What is... Oh no, I'm not touching that. I remembered. No, I wanted the teleport. Whatever. It's true. We are in the last, like, hour of stream. So we should probably just go. No more fucking around! After the war dance, are we good to continue the main story? Or should I do... No, fuck you. We're completing the main story.
It's freezing.
I want to get to Amphorius. I really do.
With the cold air from the northern peak of the polar
Can't lie.
Delve.
This is a treasure
Even the
chest.
toughest long life species would have a hard time enduring this.
You don't kick those.
Finders keepers.
I'm actually gonna fucking bawl my eyes out. I miss Gallagher. I fucking miss him.
Did you hear something just now?
Life isn't fair.
Let me check it out.
And apparently dreams
What
aren't
an
fair either.
eyesore. This place is packed with boxes and crates.
Now this smells good.
These crates. They look oddly familiar.
A few days ago, the Spiritfarers received reports about an IPC transport ship that was attacked by Borison. Then, a bunch of those abominations were dumped into this place. I had a feeling there would be trouble during the war dance. But throwing both the pirates and the cargo in jail? That's a new one.
The mechs in those crates are no joke.
I heard the Intelligentsia Guild crafted something dangerous. We have many records in the Hall of Karma about these wise ones. They love to tinker with forbidden technologies, always trying to push the limits of Ingenia. I caught a glimpse of the mechs in those crates, and they bear a striking resemblance to Borison. I wonder what they're planning this time. Well, business first. Let's keep moving.
Oh boy. Oh! You know it's good when there's a little animation.
Strange. I don't remember checking the containment facilities a second time.
Nice save, Don Hung.
Prepare for action. Emergency. All wardens prepare for action.
Don't worry, guys. We have... Wait, I should have swapped my team. Never mind, it wouldn't have mattered.
Why are these things moving on their own?
It's all good, guys.
The guards aren't responding.
We have Gallagher. That's all we need in life.
You know nothing of the weight behind this power. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
I can't believe I spent money on Gallagher like he was a 5-star. Woo! And you know what? I would probably do it again. I am in love. And it won't stop. I still love him even if he's gone. I'll never love anyone like him. Ow. Stop. Gallagher?
Is going wild. Just like a Borison.
Looks like we're on our own for this one.
It ain't over.
No holding back. Dream vanished.
I'm fine.
Dreams of a past life.
fine.
Let us dance once more.
Bro, I am so far. Save yourself. Thanks to Gallagher. Actually, he's saved you. Let's be real.
Cloud scattered.
Step up, let's see ya.
Damage sustained.
Time to twirl.
Nice, girl.
Nothing of survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
I actually started playing at such a good time. The fact that I get to have Gallagher and Fugway on a team.
Have we met?
I'm chilling.
But how is this even possible?
I'll never forget that
Spiritfarers
Eurilo
followed
6
protocols, cutting
was
off
like
power to the mechs and sealing
easy mode. The
crates.
final boss was pathetic.
How could these mechs still start moving?
Oh man.
It's just like what happened in the Artisanship Commission before. These goods went haywire and attacked everyone in sight.
You spend 5-star money on a 5-star like character. It's true. For a 4-star to be as good as Gallagher is, that's like insane. And then, so Gallagher, Misha, I think were the 4 stars, right? For Penacony, unless I'm missing someone. But then, if I'm not mistaken, Moza is the most recent 4-star. If I have that right. I think I do. Lingsha mentioned there was some kind of biological tissue inside the mechs.
The Alchemy Commission members examined them and found some unusual structures within. These things showing up in the shackling prison can only mean one thing.
A prison break.
And whoever delivered these goods clearly wanted them to go through the Xianzhou's strict inspection process to show the Skyfaring Commission and Cloud Knights how dangerous they were. They wanted these mechs to end up right here in the shackling prison.
If these things already started taking action while nobody was paying attention, then the whole prison is in trouble, I'm afraid. And to make things worse, another group of visitors just entered the depths of the shackling prison. The messengers from the Xianzhou Yaoqing. And the prisoner they came to visit might be the target whom these wolf-shaped mechs were delivered here for. If that vicious beast manages to break free, it will be a catastrophe for the Xianzhou Luofu.
A few moments prior, Shuiyi leads the Yaoqing messengers to the bottom of the prison.
Here we are.
Have we arrived already, Your Honor?
Whoa!
Shouldn't there be a cage here?
The most notorious felons are locked away in the solitary delves, deep down in the prison.
What is he? The Hunt. Electric. I need my level up materials though.
Violence is the ultimate means, and it is also my only means.
You're such a loser. Nail of the Beast coffin? Hold on, guys. I wanna use the guy. I wanna use him. A little bit, maybe. I don't think I'll be able to. This is gonna take a while. Hey, Goblin! Hello, hello! Okay, hold on. Let me pause the recording. And, I'll boost Moza a little bit. Alright, I give up on building him. He's only level 50 and I don't have like any relics to put on him. So,
in the prison. Those delves
oh
can be opened without proper authorization. I've given you the diagrams for lighting.
Maybe
the
I'll use
lantern.
him next time. What the fuck? Lanterns need to be lit from the bottom to the top. So the bird, this is where we are. 1, 2, 3.
Please take a look.
What? 1. Q. Oh, it's easy. That's fine.
I don't like the big scary faces. Ooh.
I did it.
Not bad. It could even use some more intensity.
Bro, this is insane. That's
the path
insane.
Is open. Once we descend to
Wait!
the bottom of the prison, please do not do anything reckless.
Oh. Yeah. Okay.
Inside the delve, behind this door, is the greatest enemy of the Foxians, Hule.
My Gallagher's gone. If we lose, it's because I don't have Gallagher. Smile.
According to custom, envoys from the Yao Qing visit the Xianzhou La Fu once every century to check on this abomination's imprisonment and condition. Even though the Ten Lords Commission sentenced Hule to the Forest of Swords, suffering every day for the rest of his life, I understand that the Yao Qing messengers want to see him dead. Unfortunately, for the past 7 centuries, they've had to return disappointed, because this beast simply can't be killed.
If we can use his toxin to create medicine and save an innocent life, it might help balance out some of the sins he's committed. Could you be the key to a cure for the General, Hule?
And once again, the envoys of the Yao Qing will leave disappointed. However, I won't say the same for me and my brothers.
Who's there?
I'm just a humble counselor of the Rhino Hound Pack.
Rhino
You can call
Hound?
me Mock Talk.
Oh shit, you're Mock Talk?
Warden,
Sheesh.
intruders on the lowest level. Send reinforcements.
Wait, I should have put her in my party then.
At the bottom of the shackling prison. Thank you for opening up the prison for us, Your Honor. We'll take it from here.
Pause, pause, pause. Time out. Time out, time out.
No wonder I kept smelling that familiar stench. So it wasn't just my imagination. Do your thing, Morza.
We mustn't let these abominations get any closer.
I wish he could do his thing.
Detestable things. There are too many of them.
Once we were inside the shackling
Fire damage,
prison,
charge damage, Jason,
we
high chance
found
of the
soldiers available for us everywhere.
Think thrice, act wise. Though let's add more seasoning.
Ah! Here you go.
Shall we unite our goals?
Oh wait, I don't. Oh no, it's only his animations I want to see. Wait.
It's just a twin.
Wait. Guys, if we lose, it's because we don't have Gallagher. That's all I'm gonna say.
I suggest you surrender now. Of course, I'll still kill you all. But I promise.
Can you shut up? I'm reading and trying to think. Sets the number of Ashen Rose stacks on enemy targets to the highest number present on the battlefield.
Think thrice, act
Then
wise.
shut up!
Though
Activates
oft
a
twice
zone
shall
and deals
suffice.
fire damage to all enemies. While inside the zone, enemy targets receive increased ultimate damage with a chance of being inflicted with 1 stack of Ashen Roast when taking damage.
A little more heat.
Dream vanished. Time to twirl.
That's crazy. Ow.
It's just a tweener massage.
Time to twirl.
It's better to make no move.
Wait. Oh no.
Cloud scattered.
Time to twirl.
How precise.
Fuck yes!
Die now.
Ah!
Let us dance once more.
It's not time yet.
When do I ult as him? Now? I don't. Here? I don't know. Here you go.
I'm honored by your presence.
I want to see his ult.
Since you're already here.
Whoa.
Why not have a meal before you leave?
Wow!
Have we met before?
Time to twirl. It sounds so funny in slow-mo. You know what? I'll buff you.
Unite our goals.
You might die though. Ah! Ah! She has no defense!
Ready to meet me?
Oh, you also just don't do anything in this fight
to
now.
make no move. A little more heat.
Ult damage! Ult damage! Google Gaga! I should have ulted as him first.
There is no other choice.
I just remembered what the text said on his ult.
Dream vanished.
But we got super break on our team, so we win.
How about letting the enemy strike first? More season.
Goodbye. Damn, look at them! Endgame players are sweating. They're like, no, he can't be released. Put him back. Put him back. I get to laugh at it because I don't have any good team comps for like endgame shit.
I've waited for too long.
No!
First meal after regaining my
Don't touch Sweetie!
It's the flesh and blood of my fellow kindred. A sad scene indeed.
It's been a long time. Boy. Welcome back.
How many times has Verdantia spun around since our last hunt? Duran's whelp. Tell me your name.
I know she can just get repaired, don't get me wrong. But like, still! My poor little Shui! No! Hi, Honey Bear, how are you?
Oh, great Ule, nemesis of the Foxians and the hunter of all beings. I'm Moktok, a humble counselor of the Rhino Hound Pack. I am only one insignificant heir spawned from your bloodline. It's been at least 7 centuries since you led our pack through the hunting grounds of the stars. I'm thrilled to see that you are as cunning and skillful as ever.
7 centuries. 7 centuries have passed. But why have Duran's whelps grown to look like this? Tell me, Moktok, why have you grown to assemble our most despicable slaves and enemies, the Foxians?
I've been commanded to release you from this cursed prison. It is Senjaya's will. That's why I had to take a magic pill, don the skin of a lowly beast. And
That's
play
crazy.
along with their hypocrisy.
Since you have an escape plan, tell me.
You know, this is something that's been on my mind though. Honkai Star Rail is like, okay, we have like the whole universe to play with. But everyone is just a human. But some of those humans have ears or tails of something. Haha. Haha. Smile. I refuse to believe that in a vast universe, everyone looks human.
My brothers and I were
So I
locked down
really,
in this
really
prison,
like the
trapping the prison guards inside. This will
the
buy us some time.
these guys.
The rest of my crew, who are undercover like me, will secure the vessels for our escape. According to the plan, we only have 4 hours to get out of here.
What is their race called?
Originally,
It starts
I
with a
intended to carry out the
B.
plan tomorrow, but they're
I
planning to transfer
forgot.
you
My
to
head's hurting.
Xianzhou Yaoqing now. So I seized this opportunity to set you free.
Currently 2 degrees now, having a nice warm bath. 4:20 a.m. That's crazy. I hope you can warm up though.
Even if we manage to get the ships, our chances of escaping are slimmer than a Foxian slipping through my claws.
But we have no other choice. The angel serving under the Master of Immortality sent me with a message. Only your return will end the prolonged divisions among the Borisin.
Borisin! It's all about the dominant gene? Shut the fuck up. You're saying that, well, people are... That just means humans are everywhere. I refuse to fucking believe that there is human-looking races everywhere in the fucking universe. Shut the fuck up, you are retarded. It's the dominant gene. There's no way, like... No, the Borisin are cool, because, like, there actually is
If it means setting you free.
something else that looks cool out there. That is sentient.
A sneaky weakling like you is
ZZZ has Thyrans. Bro, I would believe Thyrans would fit in Star Rail. Like, they would have a place. Give them a planet that they come from. I don't know. It just makes sense, right?
Well then, my lord.
Like, every time I've been thinking about it, like, here and there the past, like, months. And I'm just like, man, why is everyone just a human? That's it. You know, for a game in the universe, there's really no, like, believable alien stuff, huh? And I'm not talking about, like, the gray or green aliens with big eyes. I just mean something like the Borisin. Just anything that is just different.
My lord, you seriously want to?
Because I'm like, wait, now that I think about it, this kind of sucks.
To your greatness, my lord.
You idiot. Greatness means nothing without freedom. Once I get out, I'll need a disguise that won't raise any suspicion.
Seriously. Oh no, I don't know, whoever that's affecting, I do hope it's not terrible, right? Like, no matter what, it is awful, but I hope it's something that can be
as you wish, my lord.
Cured eventually. Because that, no one should have to go through that.
Is that Foxian slave my meal?
No,
We love
he's an envoy
slavery!
from the Xianzhou Yaoqing. I plead you to endure him a bit, my lord, as he's more valuable as a hostage. Take him, guys. Time to move out.
At the same time, Aerith, Danheng, and Hanya realize the situation in
Madam
the prison.
Hanya, the wardens in all areas are regrouping.
Those Ingenium enemies are wandering around and causing heavy casualties. And to make things worse, those iron wolves broke open the cages and let the criminals out. We've called for backup, but it seems like all communication is jammed.
Let's preserve our strength and first take down the isolated prisoners. By decree of the 10 Lords, all prison breakers and intruders shall be apprehended, dead or alive.
Just a short time ago, the nether key mechanism was activated. It was probably Madame Shui and the Yaoqing messengers, heading to the bottom of the prison. Given the situation, I'm afraid that area is exactly where our enemies are targeting.
We mustn't let that vile beast escape from its cage.
We've gathered all the prison guards who can still fight.
Well,
and we'll split up and secure each floor.
I hate to break it to you.
Those intruders are quite bold. They must have been planning this for quite a while.
Indeed, but Borison tend to favor direct and aggressive approaches. Crafting careful and precise plans like this is simply not their style.
You know, this is not what I was expecting out of the wardance. I was kind of like March, where I'm gonna be like, oh, it's fun! Wow, we'll have a good time! Ha ha ha. This is not what I was expecting.
Let's focus on the current situation
like,
right
this
now.
is crazy.
Please help me.
I was like, oh, some little drama between some of the characters. Ah ha ha, cute. Ah ha 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 ha. We'll have a little tournament and we'll be like, yippee. But instead they unleashed the greatest horror to Honkai Star Rail players. They unleashed him. Looks like the testimony will have to wait, huh?
What's the fastest way to the bottom of this prison, Miss Hanya? If we don't get there quickly, we'll soon be outnumbered by all the enemies inside.
We'll have to bend the rules. Please, follow me.
Prisoners must remain in place and obey the
By decree of the 10 Lords, all prison breakers and intruders shall be apprehended, dead or alive.
Yes, ma'am!
Yes, ma'am! Woohoo!
Hold your position here.
Yes, ma'am.
Alright.
We need a few tools.
I have to
if we
pee really
want to reach
bad.
the bottom quickly. Follow me to the next floor.
I'll pee really bad. When's the next ad break? No, we're waiting.
Someone must have altered the mechanism.
Rogues
No
on the
matter.
run? Hold on.
It'll just require a bit more work to get through.
Guys, this is the end of 2.4. Pog? I closed the tab. But it's the end of 2.4. I really have to pee. Man.
Some spiritfarers occasionally use ingenia from the Artisanship Commission to navigate the treacherous terrain here. Normally, using devices like the shifting screen is strictly forbidden, as they could help prisoners escape. But, given the urgency of the situation, let's just ignore the usual regulations.
Wait, I want to swap my team. I don't know to what though.
The nether key has been activated. I hope we're not too late.
Or at the very least,
hang in there, sister.
no, I'm not gonna lie, your sister's cuter than you. Whenever I've seen her 2D art, I'm like, that's not a Star Rail character. I'm like, oh, it is. My bad. Whoopsies.
Looks like there was a fierce battle here not long ago.
The gate to the prison delve is wide open. Hule has managed to break free. Where are the Yaoqing messengers? And where's my sister?
Your sister's in the corner
still
somewhere.
alive?
Let's look around. Maybe we'll find some clues.
Oh! Hold on. I need 5 jades. Every jade counts, brother. I really need to do my trial.
Shui Yi is here.
She can be rebuilt, guys.
Miss Shui briefly sacrificed herself. My condolences.
They can
Miss
remake her. It's fine. Perks of not being...
Well, that's unnecessary. You misunderstand. Thanks to the Ten Lords' blessing, my sister turned into an Ingenium centuries ago. Dying and returning as just a soul to the Hall of Karma's document office has become a routine for her. While I'm not keen on seeing her throw away her body like it's some replaceable part, but...
Told you.
By the way, have you seen bodies that might be the Yaoqing messengers? One of them is a Foxian wearing exquisite clothes, and the other wears a dark cloak, like a fugitive.
No. I haven't found any Foxian bodies. Only Borisin ones.
So, the intruders and Hule are holding the Yaoqing messengers hostage. This is the worst situation. With hostages in their grasp, the prison guards can't do anything about the prisoners. If anything happens to the messengers, the relationship between the Yaoqing and the Luofu could be irreversibly damaged. We must rescue the messengers, get out of here, and spread the news. We mustn't give up as long as there's a glimmer of...
Sorry, I cut you off.
What have you found, Miss Hanya?
A Cyber Spectre!
Reconstruct.
No way.
It's my sister. Looks like her soul hasn't returned to the Hall of Karma yet. At such a critical moment, her death can give us information that we can turn into an advantage.
Yo!
Let me see. The damage isn't too bad. If I can fix it up, my sister will have a temporary body.
Let's go! Oh. There we go.
Yippee! Welcome back, sister. I don't know what kind of expression I should have at a time like this. Happy? Tears of joy? Forget it. I'm used to you coming back in all sorts of forms.
A Cyber Spectre!
It's just a temporary solution. This Psycrane can't hold all of me.
Sister, what did you see when you were killed?
Though intermittent in its delivery, the Cyclone provides you with succinct and essential
One of the Yaoqing
stuff.
messengers escaped.
Stuff.
And the other one was taken hostage and brought upwards?
Besides the Borisin, there were other intruders. Invisible.
Invisible intruders? What does that even mean? How many conspiracies are tangled up in this mess? Do me a favor, sister. The intruders have cut off all communication between inside and outside the prison. And now you're the only person, the only bird, who can slip out undetected. Make sure you deliver the news to the outside world.
I understand. Please be careful, sister. You are different from me.
The Cyclone flaps its wings and unsteadily flies out of the lower levels of the shackling prison, charging straight into the depths of the shadowy passage.
Time is running out, Miss Hanya. If we keep delaying, those Borisin will escape from the prison.
All right. If we happen to come across that Yaoqing messenger who got away...
Can I lick him? Please? If we see him?
No.
It's just
Stopping
a weird
Hule should
desire I
probably be our
have.
top priority.
I can't explain it. It's just...
Wait! Something feels off.
Huh?
Something's approaching us.
The invisible intruders?
Watch your back!
Ah! These abominations aren't prisoners from this prison. Unite our goals.
Leave it to me. That's all you got?
Time to twirl!
No holding back. Dream vanished.
Why is it whenever I fight like a boss or something, he never hits like just one target, but this week alone, he has been consistently hitting like a single target with his bounce. Time to twirl.
Let's see this fight. Cloud scattered.
Death.
Prison management on the Lawfu is truly concerning.
Who are you?
Aren't you looking for me?
Oh, yes! I can't wait to go read that one fanfic of him. Do not let her die.
How's this taste?
Thank you.
Dream vanished.
It's nothing. Let's begin. That's all you got?
That's still really good damage though.
Honored me. Time to twirl. Let's see the cloud scattered.
Just focus on the fight.
Yes, sir.
Unite our goals.
You know nothing of the weight beyond survive or be destroyed.
Oh, bro, the ad break is counting down. I can't wait to go pee.
Time to twirl.
Time to twirl. Wait, I lied.
Do you know who I am?
That big guy is gonna hit her, and I'm gonna cry. Ready? I could now. Well, Aerith, then just Gallagher ult. Well, I could, but I'm not going to. Oh, thank fuck. Okay. I probably should actually Gallagher ult. Though.
Good, my friends. Indulge yourselves.
Time to twirl.
That healed her. That was really good.
Dream vanished.
It ain't over.
Oh dear.
No holding back. Cloud scattered.
Time to twirl.
Gallagher, do your. Oh. Whatever.
Let's begin.
It's still damage.
What are you looking at?
Immortality.
Very nice! We ended it at full HP. Where am I going? Oh, sorry, I was supposed to click that. I was not paying attention. Hi! Oh my god, hi! Hello! You're really hot. Man seems to materialize from the shadowy corners of the prison, as if he could vanish into thin air at any moment. The fugitive wearing a dark cloak, spoken of by Hanya, now stands before you. His face is devoid of any expression, cold and indifferent. Yet, inexplicably, you could decipher this expressionless facade as if it whispered, "You're finally here."
Prison management on the Lawfu is truly concerning.
Alright, I need to pause it because an ad break's gonna start. I'll go just a smidge longer. And then we'll see what's up. Although I am really close to being done this current patch, so I don't know. Maybe I just go for it. I really gotta get a pee though. I'll be back. Alright. I'm officially making the executive decision. We're going to finish 2.4 this week. And then next week we start 2.5. And we'll whether we finish that in a week or two, whatever. We're gonna go from 2.5 to 2.7, which is the main story we left off on. And then after that, hold on, looking at... Yep. Yep. We go straight to 3.0. So we're not gonna do 2.6. We're gonna go 2.4, 5, 7, and then 3.0. Anyway, let's continue. You look better when you're silent. Ah, that was so... I didn't mean it, by the way. I didn't mean it. I just wanted to hear it.
That's so. At least 2 different groups of intruders infiltrated here. The wolf cubs and these Mara-struck soldiers. Their hiding technique. It's pretty similar to the wind mantle technique used by the Vidyadhara serving Kailorum Venti on the Yaoqing. What do you think? Well, never mind if you don't have any clues. Now is not the time to exchange assassination techniques. I'm Motza. My friend fell into the clutches of that wolf.
Motza?
Planning
It
to
sounds like
escape and
Motza.
report
It's
back
cute.
as quickly as possible. But now it seems
Mozzarella?
the prison on the Luofu is a real maze, I must admit.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Muoza. We'll do our best to ensure your friend's safety.
No, you can do nothing
Mozzarella.
for him now. And you shouldn't be focusing on his safety at the moment.
Isn't he your friend?
Your friend is in Hule's clutches and you're just going to leave him behind?
Look, I'm the Yaoqing General's guard, not his. I've seen how that giant wolf fights, and there's no way. Trying to save my friend will only get us killed. I don't know how you think, but I won't throw my life away for a lost cause. Listen up. I've been tracking these fugitives, and I know their next move. They're planning to seal off the entire prison to keep the outside world in the dark. The worst case scenario, we are all killed by that giant wolf, and the shackling prison is sealed off. No one will know about us or about their escape until it's too late. And the best case scenario...
We trapped him. What? He's a Debbie Downer? No. Dumbass. He's realistic. What do you mean? He's right. Best case scenario, we trap them inside this prison.
No, we won't be able to.
No.
One step behind them.
No, see, not with that attitude. No. See? You're not ready for this.
Best case scenario would be we seal the gates and trap the enemy inside with us. We can't let that monstrous wolf escape. Hopefully, someone will eventually notice that something is off and
Nah,
come to
I'd
help.
win.
As for whether we'll still be alive by then, it's not something we should think about.
You sure have a way of comforting people, Mr. Morza.
As a person of the Yaoqing, I've always searched for something meaningful to give my life to.
I have to make it out alive. My companions are waiting for me.
As a netherworld dweller, I've already died once.
Well then, I'll give it my all.
Yeah. We won't give up. Not until the very last moment.
None of you are part of the Ten Lords Commission, so sacrificing yourselves isn't the right move. As a judge, it's my responsibility to guard this prison, and if someone should step up to stop Hule from escaping, it should be me, not you. Once we reach the gate, I hope you'll help me seal it. After that, I'll do everything I can to fight the Borisin. And you find a safe place to hide and wait for reinforcements. Now, let's proceed upward.
Yes, ma'am. It sounds scary. Excuse me. Question is, can I have 250 polls for next Monday? Ooh, ooh. I probably can.
We must seal the entrance before the Borisin fugitives get out.
How do you fucking build this?
The prison wardens and mechanisms won't be able to hold them for long. Follow me.
It's insane. Ah! I wonder what it feels like to go through that.
We're almost there. The gate is just ahead.
Ooh, ooh, no. Ow!
I will hold them back. Don't let Hule escape. There'll be a way. Share good fortunes.
Ow. Ow.
You know nothing of the way to survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
In the mood for another beating?
Yes, sir.
Time to twirl! Do you know who I am? This big diamond! It's all yours! Time to twirl! I won't break!
Have we met? Clouds scattered.
Leave it to me.
Yes! You should definitely heal her.
How appropriate!
Ow!
Dream vanished.
Let's begin.
Time to twirl!
That's all you got?
Easy, bro. I love my team. You guys are the best. Actually getting carried. Ah! Excuse me. Help! Help! Oh! No, please. Okay, I got it. I'm that good, bro. The shackling prison has become a killing field. The prison guards try to resist, but shout.
This brings back such familiar
Jow.
memories of chasing, gnawing, and tearing. Oh, they're back. They're back.
My lord, we're just one step away from freedom. As we pass through the gate, no one will be able to stop us.
So this hostage is useless now. Kill him, Moktok.
He's getting away. Do something, Jiao Cho. It's just like the old days, you useless loser. Just do something.
Maybe this Yao Qing messenger can strike a deal in exchange for his life. He can use his status to help us escape from the Xianzhou. What do you think, Mr. Jiao Zhou?
Oh, just look at you. Fallen so low during my absence. You're even negotiating with livestock. As far as I recall, no one from the Yao Qing would ever consider a deal with Duran's offspring.
I've got to make this beast stay here. Whether it's for the sake of Fei Xiao or the Yao Qing.
You know what's bad when the eyes are open? I would say yes if he didn't open them quite a bit already.
Deal. I certainly have more value alive. My identity, my knowledge of the Xianzhou, and my understanding of many things that your minions have no knowledge of. They'll all be valuable.
Lowly beast. Muster up that pitiful tongue of yours and plead for what remains of your life. Speak up.
I'm afraid you're unaware. The woman who defeated you, Jing Liu, she has recently returned to the Luofu. Your opportunity for revenge is right in front of you.
My lord, this slave is talking nonsense. I've never heard anything about this. May I just kill him now?
Silence, mock talk. And you, slave. From now on, you'll stay by my side. You'll only speak and move when I allow you to. Otherwise, I'll dismember you from head to tail, inch by inch. Got it?
But my lord...
We must stay here for some time, mock talk. Fear not. Because once I step out of the prison, it's the people of the Xianzhou who should tremble in fear. I'll show them what true calamity means. Now, Duran's whelps, follow me!
Ow! Ow, ow, ow! Ah!
Stop them! For our great Lord Hulai!
Please don't. No! Excuse me. Coming through. Gotta go. No. No! Oh! 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 That one was close. See? I knew we'd have to run, Smile. Oh, man.
Report! After we lost contact with the shackling prison, we received a message from a Psycrane. The prisoners have revolted, and the criminal Hulei is nowhere to be found.
What about the Yaoqing messengers and the Nameless?
No news at the moment. We're trying to restore contact with the shackling prison as soon as possible.
I see. You're dismissed. General Jing Yuan, General Hua Yan. It's just as we suspected. The rise of the Ambrosial Arbor was not the end of things, but the beginning. The hand of the Ruined Legion has already sown the seeds of destruction. From this moment on, the Xianzhou Alliance will face an even greater challenge, from both the abominations of abundance and the destruction itself. If this is what they want, I'm always up for a challenge. As the Marshal Special Envoy, I'll dispatch the Luofu Cloud Knights to pursue Hulei myself.
Looks like the hidden dregs have finally come to the surface. And as I said before, it's time to wash them away, once and for all.
Bro, he's so cool. After a brief but devastating loss of communications, the lockdown shackling prison is once more under control. The Express is nameless, may have emerged unharmed, but one of the Yaoqing envoys has been taken hostage. Meanwhile, the Borisin warhead Hulei, long confined to the depths of the shackling prison, has vanished without a trace. A pursuit between the hunter and the hunted will soon play out on the Xianzhou Luofu.
If you're tired, just find a place to sit down for a while.
Woo! We beat Pool Point 4! Yep. At Dawn to War is officially the start of 2.5. There we go. We did it! Yay! Woohoo! And let's see here. My polls after today in 4 hours. Okay, buddy. I started it last week a little bit. You can take off at least like 30 minutes. Otherwise, it probably would have taken longer. I have 219 polls today. Next Monday, we're looking at 250 pulls. Methinks I'll get that. So yeah, next Monday I will be pulling for Finon, and Sunday with some light cones. The first ever time I will pull on the light cone banner. I'm nervous, but we need to believe. Mwah. We're gonna finish the Wardance arc, and then continue with the main story, which was, what did I say? 2.7. So I'm excited, actually. I just want to get to Amphoria so bad. There's so much hype around it. Alright. That was a good fucking week, man. Hell yeah.